Hey, Mike, how you doing? Neil, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm just getting ready here. Just be just another minute. Okay. All right. Yeah, just hey, Mike, how you doing? And Neil, that's flying in today. Felt so good. Good, Mike. Glad to hear it. So, Neil, what's new and exciting with you? Anything? Yeah, I am expecting maybe some other people to join the panel, but if either one of you guys want to join the panel, the link is up at the top. Um, yeah, it's just kind of blasé day here today, 19 degrees currently. It's spitting a little snow every now and then, but nothing of accumulation. It's just is what it is. Um, Let me see if I can show you guys my driveway. Okay, I'm going to screen share. There's the driveway. As you can see, it's just kind of dull out there. But then again, it's 5:12 p.m. Gets dark here a little after 6, but it's just cloudy. Just one of those humdrum kind of days. Oh, good for you, Mike. Yeah, good for you. The I know there's lots of things going on in people's lives. Not a lot going on. You know, as most of you know, there's a truckers protest is moving across the United States, heading for Washington, D.C. Um, that should be give some interesting views. Hey, there's Justin. Um,
All right, there we go.
hey, Justin. Robert Glazier. Yeah, all well, all is well. It's just kind of a blasé kind of day. Justin, what? How is it still warm down there in Florida?
For the most part, yeah, it's not too bad.
Just
It's been a little chilly in the morning, but it's warming up really quick.
yeah. I'm gonna share the screen with my favorite location because it's nice just to see kind of warmer weather.
Here we go. So that other dude got fired today.
Oh, which one is that?
The one that was putting all those complaints on everybody.
Sounds like there's all kinds of issues going on.
Yeah, he tried to set up the guy that was training him that they sent him to.
Uh,
He asked him he asked the guy Joe that he was training with. He said, "Do you he said, "What's your address? Where do you live?" And Joe was like, "Why?" Cuz Joe's like an older guy, but he's all about work.
yeah.
And he was like, "Why do you want to know where I live?" And he was like, "Oh, cuz I just want to know how many black people lived in your neighborhood."
What?
And he was like, dude, I guess Joe got really pissed off. And he called our boss and told us our boss what he was doing. And so my boss calls him last night. My boss reported it to the company or whatever, to HR. He has like a whole file. Then the guy, um, he texted him this last night and told him to meet Joe this morning at this specific address for training because he's like 2 hours away from us.
Uh-huh.
And he sends my boss back a text message, says, "No, I'm good. I don't want to go in tomorrow." He said, "What?" He said, "Okay." So he called up his boss, and my boss's boss got involved, and he's right under the vice president of the company, and he
My,
was not happy.
oh, I can imagine that's just like insubordination.
Yeah, and the whole thing with HR has already been dropped as far as what I was labeled as a witness to, because I found out it wasn't against me. It was against the other tech that we were with. I was just labeled as a witness.
Hello,
I t-
Lenny's in the chat, and Robert Glazier said hi to you, Justin.
yeah, I just messaged him back.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, Robert. Mike. Everybody else that's in the chat.
Mike went out today with Albert, and on his way back to the truck, he found $100 bill on the ground.
That's just I guess that's fate for losing that 360 camera, huh?
Yeah.
Nature
Well,
was like, "I'll give it back a little bit back to you."
they found the 360 camera.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
I haven't been keeping up with anybody's
Oh,
stuff this last week or two.
they found it.
And I had to drive 2.5 hours each way today to go pick up another company truck, which was supposed to be the new guy's, but now he's gone. So,
Is it a better truck than the one you have?
oh hell no, that thing's a piece of crap. Mine's a 2016 Jeep Patriot, and it's only got 120,000 miles on it, and it's relatively clean. That one's a 2014 and has like 141,000 miles on it, and it is beat to hell.
So, but you don't have to drive that one. You were just picking it up, right?
Right? Yeah. No, I told Rod, I said, "Yeah, I'm not taking that one." No, no, sir. But we're supposed to be getting new pickup trucks here in the next couple months. They actually bought brand new ones.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'll find a picture of it and I'll show it to you guys what it looks like. Let's see. So we're supposed to be getting these in the next like 3 to 6 months. They're replacing the oldest ones first. So actually, I'd probably be one of the first ones to get one because my truck has the most miles on it at a marker. Right here. No, that's not it. So that. Let me go to Google. Bing freaking sucks. How's your day been going?
Well, it's just kind of a blasé day, a little bit of spit and snow here and there and that kind of thing. Paul Hodges is coming in now.
Hey guys.
Hey, Paul, how did it go with the groomers?
Oh yeah. Come here, Vader. Come here. Come here. Little shit. And now you got to bring a
Vader
toy
went and
over.
got a shampoo.
Okay. Yep. So I don't know. He's
Oh, and
hard
he-
to see him, but yeah, because he's so black, right?
yeah.
But yep, he got his haircut and bath and nail trimmed, and she's
Wow.
such a sweet lady. She's an old English lady. Oh, she makes such a big fuss over him.
So
Oh,
this is what we're getting right here. These are the new work trucks.
Oh, okay.
It's a
ooh.
Ford Maverick. And the starting price is only $20,000 on these trucks.
How the hell can you do that? But
Uh,
that
well-
truck here is 80,000.
Well, see, that's the way they designed this truck, it's actually I think the biggest thing they said the reason why it's cheaper is because it's actually all one body. The bed is not separate from the body.
Oh,
It's all just one piece.
oh, hang on. Okay.
But I was surprised as hell when my boss told me, he's like, yeah, they're only 20 grand. I said, there's no way a truck's only 20,000. I went and looked on there. I was like, they for sure are. I was surprised.
Yeah, Lenny, it's on Lawrence's channel tonight, not on the Phantoms. Yep, Vader looks good.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting tired of tripping over this cord.
Huh.
I ordered a wireless set.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. Supposed to be, anyways.
What
Yeah.
brand was it?
You may need
Oh,
to.
I don't know. Amazon. It was about $70, I think it was.
Before too long, you're gonna have to turn your overhead light on. It's starting to get a little dark out there.
It is on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where do I have to go? Okay, let me see. That's too bright. Well, see, I'm using actually. Let me switch back to the other camera. Well, not the other camera, but the other. This here, maybe this will make a difference.
Oh, yeah, that looks better.
That look better. Okay.
Well, I'm
like-
also thinking that maybe the light behind you is making it, throwing it off.
I don't know.
I don't know. That looks good, though.
Yep.
Looking good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I've had supper. The dogs have fed. They're just cleaning the dishes right now. So
Oh, you missed it, Hodges. That new guy got fired today.
oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
He told the boss, I'm good when he told him told him to show up to work tomorrow. He said, no, I'm good.
yeah. The boss says you're good on the employment line.
Yeah. You have
I
to
don't
work a
blame him.
year before you get that anyway, so he ain't getting nothing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, you kind of knew that he was not going to last long.
Yeah, he had no ambition to want to learn anything. So
Yeah, he was supposed to go meet the boss for some training, and he says, "No, I'm good."
Yeah. Well, somebody don't want a job.
Yeah, well,
the whole time he was bragging about, oh, I have like 3 food trucks that I lease out and I make like $10,000 a month. And why
yeah.
the hell are you working?
Yeah,
I'd
exactly.
keep my happy ass at the house if I didn't have to work. Shit. Trust me, if I didn't have to work, I wouldn't. I have no desire to have a job. I just have to have one.
Yep.
Ugh.
Kind of a necessity of life, right?
If I could have retired at 30, I'd have done it.
So Lynn's got Hosser home, and he's doing okay. Of course, he's a little bit sore from his surgery, but
That's awesome.
he is getting around.
He
Hey
is a
Justin,
beautiful
I
dog.
want you to take a look at something. See if you can tell me this. This is my home screen, I think. Yeah, okay, you got this here.
Uh-huh.
Down to Google, YouTube, but they got little brown boxes like a file box or something on all my. I never seen that before. Little brown boxes. Some have got an arrow in them, but some are a file. I don't understand. I never seen that before, and all of a sudden it popped up.
Let me look up something real quick.
I've never ever seen that before. They look like
Yeah.
the little brown file box. Beside like any icons that I have up there. Some got the arrow. I remember arrows, but I don't know what that means either. Like,
Mm,
Oh, you guys are live too. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, I better bring it up here. Oh, hey, people are sitting there trying to tell me hi,
Yeah.
and I
yeah.
don't have it up. Cool.
Don't forget to make it live chat.
Oh, yeah. Go live. There we go.
I'm
Okay.
wondering if you have those. I don't know. I've never seen those before. Did you just do a update recently?
I don't know. I got Windows 11, but I don't know. Okay, I gotta go back in here. So Mike's in there, Lynn, Robert. Okay.
Hey, I got a question for you guys because I've never noticed it until I actually was out flying that search and rescue. I was out a ways from town, and you know how it usually gives you a little map in the corner where you are, so you can tell where you are, what direction you're going, and that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't coming up, and
Sometimes that minimizes and you have to hit it.
I tried to hit it down there and it didn't.
Huh.
But I'm thinking that I didn't have Wi-Fi out there.
That shouldn't matter though, because you can fly the drone with the phone with no service.
Yeah,
I've done it before. Like my tablet that I fly with, it doesn't
Right.
have any service.
I just didn't know whether you had to have Wi-Fi to get location kind of thing.
No. The only thing that you can't do when you fly with the tablet or a phone that doesn't have service is you can't request authorization, obviously, because it can't
Yeah.
send
Right,
a verification out to the Lance authorization.
right.
But I've flown plenty of times with like the iPad Mini 4 when I first got it, and it never had service. Like it wasn't one of the cellular ones,
Right.
and I never had no issues. But I don't know. Like it could have just been a glitch too, because sometimes it will minimize down in the bottom corner. If you tap on it, it'll come back up. So I don't know. Maybe it did that, or maybe it just glitched and wouldn't come back up. Did you try turning everything off and restarting it to see if it fixed it?
Well, I was out in the field, so I didn't do it. I just kind of relayed, just kind of looked around and see where I was when I was coming back, that kind of thing.
And that will come in handy too, because sometimes you could think you know where you're at, and then if you don't have the correct telemetry, you can get lost real easy.
I'm going to show you something. I know you didn't see it earlier today, but it is hilarious. You got to get past this.
Oh, that one
Okay,
there. Yeah.
all right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to full screen it, and I'm going to give you the sound. Okay, here we go. Are you ready, Justin?
Yeah.
Palla tagliata, messa fuori, c'è Pirlo, ancora Pirlo di tetto,
But in the fact,
Pirlo, ancora Pirlo di tetto,
they score.
palla tagliata, messa fuori, c'è Pirlo, ancora Pirlo di tetto,
His team must have scored.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
How long is the chicken dinner?
That is absolutely hilarious. So Paul, did you figure out about your moving
they-
around or?
Well, they call them, there's a desktop icon. Suddenly I have a small brown archive box in the thing there, but it wasn't very good there. Hang on, images.
What I was talking about was your drone moving around in the air. Did you figure
Oh, that there. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, okay.
What time is it? I got 2 aerial. I guess I got to better charge some batteries up too, because I got aerials to do tomorrow too.
Yeah,
Okay.
because mine's Windows 11 and I just did all the updates last night that it had, and I don't have any of those.
Yeah, it's something to do with File Explorer. Okay.
I have the little check marks on mine.
Yeah, it's something about File Explorer, something to do in this. Oh,
But you know,
Yeah.
updates can be different in different countries too.
share, copy.
Lynn says if you right click on the icon, it should tell you what it is.
Yeah. Well, I know what the icon is, but just what's that? It's something to do with File Explorer, but
I wouldn't think they're shortcuts, Lynn, because that would be like a shortcut of a shortcut, because what's on your screen is already your shortcuts.
yeah, it's a shortcut, but it's
Yeah.
there's a file history or something on there. I don't know. I'm just
Maybe
looking
it's,
at folder options.
Maybe it's copying everything they're doing in all those icons. Maybe it's backing it all up or something. I don't know. Like I said, I've never had those on mine, and I did all the updates last night that I had, and I don't have any of those. I've never seen those before. That might be something new. I don't know.
Uh, just trying to read what it says. Show pop-up description.
So
for
File
folder.
Explorer on icons. Let me look at see if I can figure something out.
But the funny thing is now that my Popo chat, the very top bar went red. It was never red before. Huh. Huh, huh. I don't know what it is.
Let me see.
Yeah. Where's my settings? Right there. Oh. Okay. Personalization. Lock screen, touch, start, recent apps, folders.
So anyway, I guess I'm trying to figure out now
Well,
if I should sell my Mavic 2 Pro. It's just kind of sitting over there.
yeah.
What about letting me have your Mavic too? That's what I thought I heard.
Sell the Mavic 2 Pro.
You were breaking up there. I heard free.
No, no. Because they're still getting quite a bit of money for the Mavic 2 Pro Fly More. But I don't know whether to just keep it as a backup and just let it sit. But
Well, you know, the Mini 2 is a good backup to their 2S too. I mean, it's like the little brother of it.
yeah, I got that sitting over there too. So
I think the perfect combination of drones for somebody to have is the Mini 2 and then either the Air 2 or Air 2S together. Like that's the perfect little combination to have. Because the Mini 2 can pretty much keep up with the Air 2 as far as range and all that. And it's only like, I think, 4 miles an hour slower. It's not
Yeah.
much slower than the Air 2.
Well, the only thing is, I've flown the Mini 2 a little bit when I did the concert series, but and it handled the wind fine, but there's lots of days when it's always 20, 25 mile an hour winds here.
It's actually rated the same as the Air 2 and Air 2S, so
Oh,
on the
is it?
wind rating.
The Air
Yeah.
2, Air 2S is rated the same as the Mavic 2 Pro.
if I'm not, and I could be wrong about this, but I think when we were talking about last time, they actually rated the Mini 2 all the way up the line of the foldable drones. I think are all rated the same. Because I know the problem with the Mini one, the main problem was the motors were just a tad underpowered because the Mini 2 got better motors.
Bigger.
But the biggest problem was the pitch. It didn't have a good pitch on it. The Mini 2 actually has a greater pitch as well.
Right.
So it can cut into the wind better. Because the Mini 1 only pitches like that much, where the Mini 2 will go down like that.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit faster. Because I think the Mini 1, the top speed I want to say was 32 miles an hour, I think, or 34. And I think the Mini 2 is 38. I think you need to take that Mini 2 out there and get you some ship videos of that thing. I'm telling you, it can handle it.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. I'd love to see a ship video with that thing.
I'm right back, guys. I'm just gonna go warm my coffee up.
I did some Mini 2 ship videos back last spring when I first got it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Is that as small as that drone is, it is super capable.
Yeah, and it did just fine, like you said,
Oh yeah, I watched Bill Ronayne. He put his up at the drone meetup last year, and it was good 20, 25 mile an hour gusts coming through there. And he didn't really take it out over the water like we were. I was ripping the Air 2 right through it over the water, going about a mile out and coming back. But he hovered at about, let's say 150, 200 feet in the air just to test it out, and it stayed solid. It didn't move. But it was his first drone at the time, and he wasn't super experienced, and he was kind of nervous about putting it out over the water. He wasn't sure if it was going to be able to handle it or not. He's gotten really good since he started flying. Lynn says Paul has a great selection of drone paperweights.
Yeah.
Lenny.
I don't know. I think you've downsized. So.
Yeah, now be nice, Lynn.
Yeah, you might as. I mean, if you really don't want to keep the Pro 2, you might as well sell it. Give it to somebody. Because they are still going good. Because there's a lot of people, there was quite a few people that went to the Mavic 3 and then they ended up reverting back to their Pro 2 because of all the issues. Like Chuck, he said numerous times he'd rather fly the Pro 2 at this point.
Yes.
So I think there's a lot of people out there that are probably put off by the Mavic 3 at this point, and you might be able to get pretty close to top dollar for it. Because I've heard a lot of debates online, should I buy the Pro 2 or the Mavic 3? And a lot of people are going towards the Pro 2 still. Because just the reliability of it.
Yeah. I think once I get the 3 straightened out, it'll probably be a good drone, but I think they're almost there because they keep doing updates on it. So,
well, the biggest problem is just they switched that from what was it? They switched from GLONASS, the GPS, to
yeah.
to, what was it, Galileo? I think it was.
Yeah.
And it's the GPS is crappy. That's their biggest issue.
You
Which
wonder
makes me,
why they would change it though, you know?
I think they lost their licensing to it. I
Hmm.
think what the issue was. I think whoever runs that GPS system wouldn't give them a licensing for it no more.
Oh,
So that makes me kind of nervous on their future drones because anything that comes out now after the Mavic 3 is not going to have the old GPS system in it,
yeah.
which makes me a little weary. I mean, I'd love to get a Pro 2, but I can't afford that. It's too expensive. I get another drone. It's probably just going to be the Air 2S.
Well, if I was gonna buy one, I'd probably look at the R2S, but I'm not looking to buy right now. So
Yeah, because I figured the Air 2S would be a good addition with the Mini 1, the Mini 2, and the Air 2. And plus, the Air 2 and the Air 2S use the same batteries and everything.
yeah.
I mean, really, so I don't really have to go out and buy a bunch of batteries and crap. So
Yeah.
I buy the Flymore kit, I'll have 7 batteries.
Oh,
I already have 4 for the Air 2.
oh, did you hear the latest news, Paul?
What's that?
Trudeau and Ford, they terminated the state of emergency.
Oh, they did.
Yep. Just about an hour ago, 2 hours ago. I think he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar and they overstepped their bounds. I think he had to end it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the next stop for him was unemployment line.
Yeah.
There's enough people riled up about that.
Oh, yeah. Like, and we're not just talking local people. We're
No.
talking all over the world.
Worldwide.
Yeah. Even India, Australia, all of them, even Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not good.
Well, they got a lot of support too. He just made himself look really bad. That's all that was.
What they're saying something about he thinks the Senate wasn't going to pass it or something. Or I don't know. But see, they passed it in the House, right?
Yep.
But I don't think it was going to pass in the Senate. I think that's why he revoked it, to tell you the truth. But
Well, yeah, he doesn't want to look any more stupid than he already does.
yeah, no kidding. But the restrictions are still on at the border, though. But I've been watching things there. They've been showing that truckers are in a couple towns just outside of Ottawa, regrouping. So I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah.
I think I froze.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that they both, Ford and Trudeau, the same day, same time. They're revoking it. I think that something happened and they're trying to eliminate some damage or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be par for the course, wouldn't it?
Yep. But you know, the funny thing is that this vaccine passport and all that is being terminated too. But you got all the local people, you know, in cities and stuff going, "Oh no, don't get rid of it. We're going to keep it here." Well, no, that's a federal mandate and a provincial, not a city thing. They can't do that.
Well, you know, the thing of it is the little ducks in the pond think they're still big shooters.
Yeah, it just yeah. Don't tell me you got to go back outside. You just came in. Oh, you probably went.
Who's that?
Gracie, I know what you want. Huh? Yep. She just wants up my lap. Yep.
Don't tell Vader.
What, that one right there? Where's your ball? Oh, just went over and grabbed a stuffed animal. Yep. Well, at least this one here, I can reach down, grab it, and pull it. I got a dog attached to it. Nope, there we go. Yeah. Okay, Gracie, I'll pet you. Bug in my hand. Do you see there? Starting in 1st of March, I think it is. We don't have to buy license plate stickers anymore. We don't have to
Yes,
pay
you were
$120 a year. Yeah, and the government's going to refund money from back at March 2020. So that means I should get about $240 back because I paid for 2 years not that long ago. It was $120 a year for 2 years, right? So
Wow.
yeah,
And what was that for?
for license plates on your vehicle. Yeah.
We pay here. You pay by the weight of the vehicle.
Oh,
So my car is like $30. I think it comes out to 32 a year, or you can pay it for a 2-year tag, which is just double $64.
yeah.
And
Ours
that's
is
it. That's all you pay.
passenger vehicles and pickup trucks here are $120 a year. Same thing. You can get 2 years. Well, we used to have what do you call that? An e-test before you could even have stickers or anything. Or
Like a smog type test, like California does.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't
But-
do any of that.
but they
down
got
here.
but they got rid of it now. Oh, you
Nice
see
one.
now, Paul, over in Seattle, you don't have to have a bicycle helmet anymore.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's racist.
Yeah, they said it was racist because of people that have thicker hair.
Oh my God.
But
Stupid shit.
Yep, the whole world has gone to hell.
oh, Jesus.
That's why I laugh down here in Florida. You don't have to wear a helmet when you ride a motorcycle, right? You actually have to pay a little bit extra on your
Insurance.
motorcycle endorsement, right, for your insurance. Yeah. And you don't have to wear a helmet. And you'll see guys riding down the road in flip flop shorts and no helmet on a 1,200-pound Harley. I'm like, man, you guys are nuts.
They're going to be road rash from one end to the other.
Oh,
Well, that's the thing is it don't matter how good of a rider you are. If you ride for a long period of time, at some point you are going to lay that bike down. It will happen.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
it don't
because
matter if it's
you can't control all the other traffic.
right. I guarantee you're not going to find a rider that has rode for 20, 25 years and hasn't laid their bike down at least 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Like it will happen at some point.
Yeah.
Same with dirt bikes or anything else. I mean, or even driving a car. At some point, you'll get in a car wreck.
Yeah.
It will happen, whether it's just a minor rear end or a
Come on.
serious one.
come on, get out. Oh,
I mean, to me, that's the equivalent of driving a car without a seatbelt on. But
Right.
here, you'll get ticketed for not having a seatbelt. Why can't I ride without my seatbelt on? Granted, I don't want to. I'm just saying. If you're gonna let somebody ride a bike with a helmet, you might as well tell me I don't have to put my seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Oh, when I got up this morning, it was so foggy. I couldn't see like 10 feet in front of the car. So I turned my fog lights on and my headlights and turned on my amber light bar. Just cruised down the road really slow. It was super foggy. I couldn't see anything this morning.
it was foggy here yesterday morning. Or yeah.
Once I got down the road about 5 or 6 miles, it finally broke open and I was able to see, but on my house, I couldn't see nothing. So I was going down the road with my light bar on and had like 7 or 8 cars behind me. And we were just cruising at like 10, 15 miles an hour down the road. And they just stayed behind me.
Hi, Paul Squared.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Chuck? We were just talking about you.
Hey, Chuck, how's it going?
Mr. Chuck.
Chuck, did you get my stickers in the mail?
Oh crap. I got your stickers in the mail
Oh,
today.
did you? Paul, did you ever get yours?
Yes, I
Hang on.
did. I told
Okay.
you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Trying to keep track of everybody. Because, I sent 25, 30 envelopes out. I didn't expect the mail to get them all delivered. I figured they'd lose 4 or 5 of them. That's just my expectation with the post office.
I haven't even opened them yet. I forgot. I brought the mail in. And I got a thing here from some guy, Drones 863. So Winter Haven.
Yeah, exactly, JD. Yeah, and I sent Chuck's out. What was it? I think last Thursday.
Cool.
So I should get him sometime in the next day or so. Because his got here quick. He sent mine and I got him in like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Here's some mini 2 video down by the river from April the 2nd of last year.
What's up, JD?
So it turned out pretty good.
And what was this with?
All right.
Mini 2.
Oh, okay.
All right. Cool. Thanks, Justin.
You're welcome. You should have saw Chuck's little package he sent me. He had a coaster and a little business card, all kinds of neat stuff in there.
Yeah.
'Cause I got this little coaster right here. I have my little drone
Oh, that's
thing
cool.
sitting on.
What? You want that? My dog wants the
it's-
envelope. Okay. Well, because I got something new, right?
Yep.
Gracie, do you want the cardboard? No, okay, bye. See you.
Oh, okay. Chuck did get them. Okay, good.
Yep.
Did Paul Hodges get his yet?
Yeah, they all got
Yep,
both
yep,
Paul's
yep.
got theirs.
Whose do they like more?
We like your
What do you think they said? They liked mine better.
No, that's not what we said.
Coronavirus.
Paul, did you say that?
What's that?
Which sticker did you like better, Sarah's or Justin's?
Let me see. Toss up.
Trucks like
Her stickers came out better than mine. Now, I got to agree with that because I didn't realize when I had mine made, I didn't highlight the Drones 863 very good. I kind of did what Jim did by his stickers by accident. He did that too. I didn't do the lettering bright enough.
Yeah.
And they wanted an extra $20 to cut them. I wish I would have paid it because it was a pain in the ass cutting those. Because they sent me like 4 huge sheets and they put them so close together, they barely left any room to cut through them. Oh, it was a pain.
I got to throw out a handful of peanuts right back.
Yeah. Yeah, they're knocking at the door. Hello.
But when I saw the price, I was like, $20 to cut them. Hell no, that's $20. Now I see why they charge $20.
Well, mine would be too bad. Something like that, because I got a cutter right here, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
see,
Yeah.
I had one of the ones that's like a paper one that you zip down like that, but it
yep,
doesn't, it's hard to line up.
yeah. Yeah.
And like you have's a lot better, the cutting boards.
No, don't want it. Bader, do you want this? Yeah, I thought so. Oh, no, he wants that cardboard from what you sent. Chewing
Lynn.
holes in her.
Lynn, if you want one of Sarah's stickers, you can get one from Paul. I sent 2 of each to everybody.
Yeah.
So I know she likes Sarah a lot.
Yep.
Oh, Paul, you got to give Lynn one of the Sarah stickers for her,
Okay, I will.
since I gave you guys 2.
Ron Brown is on. It said the DJI Mini 3 now works with RCP. Mini 3? The Mini
Mini
3 come out?
I don't know the Mini 3.
Oh, he was probably talking about the Pro 3. Maybe he mislabeled the.
It says watch live now. Ron Brown, the DJI Mini 3 now works with RCP. Oh, I
That's the
don't know.
RC Pro controller. I bet he meant Mavic 3 and he put Mini 3 by accident.
No,
Oh,
the
maybe.
Mavic 3, they were shipping them with that one. Maybe,
Mini 3.
maybe the Mini 2 does.
Oh, yeah, maybe he meant to say.
The
It has to
smart-
be a misprint.
Yeah, the smart controller, it works with the Mini. And
Oh.
now the new smart controller, they said they had to get it fixed to work with the Mini 2.
Yeah, because if the Mini 3 was out, the freaking YouTube would be flooded with videos already.
Yeah.
You know, you would have heard about that all over the place.
And do a little video on that too, but I just wanted to get this video out real quick.
He had to have meant the Mini 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, the Mini 2, because the Mini 2 has OcuSync and,
I mean, no,
um,
if I misspoke.
Like I said, if they make the RC Pro compatible with all the drones, I'd be willing to buy one.
Yeah.
Because I could use it with the Air 2, the Mini 1, maybe not the Mini 1 because it's Wi-Fi,
yeah.
but if I could use it with the Mini 2 and the Air 2, I would really think about getting one.
Well, see,
What?
the older version works with all of those too, and you
Mm.
can get good deals on those right now.
Yeah.
Mike is saying the Mini 3 is out. Hold on.
So Justin, you said if the that'll work with your Mavic 3 when it arrives tomorrow. Was it tomorrow?
What? It is out. Wait, hold on. He's got to be freaking.
Oh, he just went off.
I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't really been watching the drone stuff much the last couple weeks because I've been so
That's
busy.
DJI Mini 3.
There's a video from 4 days ago, one from 12 days ago.
DJI Mini 3 release date and specs. Okay, it has a release date of April the 22.
Well, and these might be clickbait thumbnails. Hold on.
And screen share that, Paul. Does it give you the specs?
Hang on, I'll check.
Because everybody's been hoping that it has the 1-inch sensor on the Mini 3.
Yeah, okay. I don't see anything on specs yet. 'Cause that
Hold
one
on.
there-
What is he holding? Can't see if that's the Mini 2. Let me turn this resolution up so I can see.
No, that's okay.
The DJI Mini 2 came along.
I think everybody's just putting clickbait thumbnails because this dude had said Mini 3. He's holding it, but then when you look at it, it's a Mini 2.
Guys hear me?
According from the report of Tech Radar,
Anybody hear me?
DJI Mini
Yeah.
3
Oh, what's up, Chuck?
might
Hey,
hit
Chuck.
Sorry, I thought-
in April.
Listen, boys and girls, I heard you talking about the Mini 2 maybe working with the RC Pro, and I happen to own both. So the Mini 2's been just
Okay.
chilling. It's been chilling, but maybe I need to see if it connects to the RC
Yeah.
Pro.
You might
Well, I
have to
think-
do an update on it first.
Yeah,
though, Chuck.
I think Ron Brown was saying there's an update.
There's an update.
All right. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna find RC Pro and what's left of the battery on a Mini 2. I'll be right back. I think
Damn
I
you,
can-
Mike. Those were all clickbait thumbnails.
I don't see how they can put a 1-inch sensor on that mini. I don't think they can. Problem is when you try to pack so much technology into a tiny little thing,
Well,
it's
the
just a problem overheating.
Well, and that's the problem is it doesn't have a fan like the Air 2 and the Mavic 2 and all that stuff.
Mm.
I wonder if he meant to say that Mini SE. I don't know.
Well, the
'cause
Mini
S-
SE's Wi-Fi like the Mini 1 now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I don't think it would be compatible. He had to have met the Mini 2
Yeah, I don't know.
because it was never compatible with it before, so that must be something new.
All right, let's see.
Because he put Mini 3 on his description of his video.
Well, he's a loser. So I'm kidding. All right, we have RC Pro.
You know something? Hey, it's been corrected. DJI Mini 2. Now
I'm very
works with-
excited. Dudes,
Yep.
I'm very excited because my other go-to platform was the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mini 2. I carry them everywhere I went with this. Well, with
Yeah, so
This
it's been.
thing.
Yeah,
this thing,
it
not
was.
this thing.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We're gonna new version available.
Yep, there you go.
Oops, where'd it go? Shit, pissed me off.
Gotta go find it now. Shut it up. Turn it back on.
I was so excited to show you guys, and then like, yeah, settings. All right, turn it off, turn it back on. Sad day. See how bright it is? It lights me up from like.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got a
Like I'm
comment on
watching
this
TV.
dude's video. You click baiting
And then
bitch.
we got this little bad boy right here. We'll start this little bad boy up.
Hate when people do that.
Yep. There you go.
It's a cute little dude. All right, new version available. Can't
Yep.
see it. You can't see it. Update.
Hit the update.
Downloading new version. Oh, I'm so excited.
yeah.
See, Chuck, this is my new base for my ornament.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your
that's
volume is
cool.
kind of low, Chuck.
I found this downstairs. I forgot it was here.
Ron asked you a question, Chuck.
What, Ron?
Yeah, your volume is kind of low, your output.
Oh, is it? Here, I can fix that. Better? Too much?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry. I'm so excited I didn't do anything.
He's so
else.
excited he's watching the meter go up, loading.
It's what is it doing? It's something like that. But you know what's really pissing me off about the RC Pro people is that it doesn't connect to my 5.8 gig network. It only connects to the slow 2.4 one. It's really stupid. And DJI is like, oh yeah, it doesn't work everywhere. Well, why the hell doesn't it work in the United States?
Yeah, where 5G is more prevalent.
Yeah, you freaking
Because there's a lot of
losers.
countries that don't allow that. And they only run 2.4.
So I'm pretty pissed off because my smart controller uses 5.8. So
Ron, how'd your day go? We're sitting there watching Chuck with anticipation, but
I can't go any faster, people. It's not an edited video. This is live.
Thanks to the router.
Pretty low key.
Live.
Justin wants to know how your Thumper, the bunny's doing.
Upper the bunny's doing.
I didn't see Thumper out there yet today. He's
Who's
probably
Thumper?
He's
Oh.
got a rabbit living underneath his porch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And the funny part is the rabbit and the deer are not afraid of each other. They cohabitate.
Well, I think
It's one of
the
the-
rabbit figured out the deer's not going to eat it. So it's a new version of Fly. How could it be just Fly doing this? I thought you needed like entire firmware.
Maybe the drone needs to be updated too, though.
All right, well, we'll have to fire up the smart controller then, because the Mini 2 talks to the smart controller at the moment. Got all kinds of things going now. All right, let's see if we can get this. This never goes well, by the way. The Mini 2 does not like to talk to the Smart Controller after the Mavic 2 talk to it. They have like, they're mutually like, they don't get along.
There's some jealousy.
Yeah.
There's
so-
something going. There's drone jealousy or something going on. I don't know what the hell.
So
it is.
Ron, is it a little chilly out there, brisk today?
Dude, I'm packing up and moving down with Justin.
Should.
Oh my god! It opened up.
I mean-
it's never worked like this. When did they fix it?
There you go.
No. I mean, with the Smart Controller, they actually fixed it. It connected to the Mini 2 like in the
Yeah.
last.
Yep.
When I'm ready to sell it all off, they fix it.
Yeah, Ron, I think it was like 69 or 70 when I woke up this morning.
There's no drone software. It doesn't show up as any.
Now the mornings have been really nice, and then it gets a little hot in the afternoon time. It's been getting up in the 80s.
I just, hey, Paul, just heard more about what happened with Trudeau here.
Yeah.
It says he heard if he was denied at the Senate level, if it went there, everything would have to be undone, letting everybody out of jail and all that. But if he revoked it himself, they all stay in jail. Always a motive for him. Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
I wasn't hungry.
Right now, Fly only shows.
Just
You
Hold on, hold
can't
on.
see it again.
I'll give
It's
it
too bright. It
Kelsey. I
shows the
haven't
Air
made it
2S
complete.
and the Mavic 3.
So it doesn't show the Mini 2 in your choices?
Not yet. Is there any other update lurking? I don't see anything. Well, let's go to sugar. Let's go to settings. System.
No, pretty low key day today.
Come on, Chuck, you're updating like a newbie.
Have you ever tried? Have you tried using the RC Pro to like navigate around? Because it's. I have a Pixel 6 Pro and it's similar to that, but dumber. So it's easy to like swipe and lose something. It's kind of stupid. I'm really. You want me to tell you how I really feel about this thing?
Yeah.
So like yeah, it's like they do everything half-ass. Everything DJI does is half-ass now. It's like nothing's right. It's always like more like wrong. I don't know what's up with them, but they've got issues.
That's why they should have collaborated with Apple to make a smart controller.
Yeah.
Oh
You
God,
got
no,
rid of
it's
the damn
last-
Android.
it's the last thing we want is freaking iOS.
Yeah,
on
but
this
look
thing.
how smooth the drones run on Apple. Though I've never had an
No.
issue with the Fly app.
That's not the problem with using Android. The problem is they effed up Android. They made the user interface something they wanted and hit all the crap that's usually in Android. So they're like,
I think
it's the typical Chinese move where they don't want you to see everything, so they hide all this stuff.
And you know what's great about the Apple products
What's that?
is you can download the Fly app on all of them. Where Android, you have to have specific Android phones.
There's more political stuff, I think.
Go
with
ahead,
that.
Ron.
I was just gonna say there's just I mean, I've actually heard from a lot of tech guys that, granted you got Apple's Apple, iOS is iOS, but when you deal with the Android, you got so many different types of phones and capabilities of the Android
Yeah.
phones.
Well, the hardware is different, so it creates challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I remember
it's
when
flexible.
I first bought my Phantom 4 Pro, I actually bought this. When I bought a phone, it came with some cheap ass little iPad tablet or whatever. And oh, dear God, what a nightmare. But it was an Android tablet, so
Well, like 7 or 8 years ago when they first came out with the Inspire 1, I got the Inspire 1 and I wanted to use my tablet with it, which was an Android tablet. I couldn't get it to link up or anything, so I called DJI up, and that's the first thing they asked me, well, what are you trying to use it with? And I said, it was an Android tablet. They says, I didn't
Cut
tell
that
you
out.
this, but go get yourself an iOS tablet and you'll be fine. And I was flying iOS tablets, Airs, throughout the whole time I had Inspires and never had a hiccup.
Well,
That's
this
what
is
I'm doing. I went
Well,
with
the
a Meet 4. Yep.
Well, see, the two differences between Android and Apple, right, is Apple's very secure, but the downfall to Apple is you can't download outside programs because they don't
'Cause
allow
it's
it. So
secure,
it's not
yeah.
open source.
'Cause it's
That's the
secure.
trade-off. But with Android, you can download outside apps, applications, stuff like that. It's open source. But if you're not somebody that's techie and even knows what the hell open source means, that shouldn't be a selling point for you to buy one. Because I've heard a lot of people say,
Oh.
"Oh, well, it's open source." I'm like, "Well, what does that mean?" Oh, what the fuck? What does it matter then?
Well, the interesting part about Crystal Sky too is Android. And, but yet they've got it locked out so you can't just add anything willy-nilly.
Exactly. So like I hacked my smart controller. I could put anything on it I wanted. In fact, at one point I had Google on it. I had full Google freaking everything. Everything. And but you know what? The smart controller isn't enough. It doesn't have enough freaking horsepower to handle everything. So it got goofy. Yeah, this isn't working, boys and girls.
But that's what I'm saying. Imagine a smart controller with the M1 chip in it.
Imagine anything with the M1 chip in that regard. I mean, Keith has one of those things. It's insane. The stuff he tells me of how things render versus how things render on my
Yep.
beast.
Bill at Newfound is right. He sold his tablet because he had a smartphone that was brighter, which is true, and that's the reason I switched from my iPad Airs over to the Crystal Sky Ultra because it was brighter.
Oh, yeah.
But see, that's the thing with Android and versus I like Apple is all of Apple's products, whether it's their cheapest phone to their most expensive, are all on the premium line as far as they can pretty much all handle doing almost the same thing.
Well,
Like that's why I said the DJI Fly app is compatible with almost every single Apple product, where Android, you have to specifically have certain Android products that can work with it. And they're usually the very high end ones that are super expensive. Like I can get an iPhone 8 and run the Fly app off of it.
unless you
No
have a
problem.
Pixel 6 Pro, which is Google's very own top of their line flagship phone, and none of the DJI crap works with it.
That's true too.
I'm just saying. Look at all this shit. I got
Ron, what do you use for
one,
phone?
2 of these.
I have the
One,
S20 Samsung.
these.
Samsung? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's Sarah. Hey, now you can answer the question, Chuck.
What's the question?
Whose sticker is better? Do you like Justin's or Sarah's?
I don't like people's faces on my stickers. So did I answer the question?
Yeah, I guess you don't like either one.
Well, my face isn't on my picture sticker.
Where? Where are you?
My face isn't on there.
See, we all
Right,
voted for
exactly.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Well, my
voting the other
wife's-
way because no offense, but depending on how long you want your logo to exist, you ain't gonna look the same. So
Well, hers were just meant to be a joke, though.
really,
Yeah, read it.
I
read what
put
Sarah
up with
said?
yeah, okay. No, really, I mean, like that's personal preference, right? As a creator, what you want. I mean, if you want people to identify with you, you put your face up there, and I think maybe that works. But I went more corporate with mine. this
Yeah.
thing over here. So
I
just
put your
decided-
small one on my laptop, but the big one went with her sticker collection at work. Because she actually has everybody's. When somebody sends me 2 stickers, she takes one to work and puts it up on her corkboard.
I had some
So
really big ones. I had some really big ones from well, not really big, but larger, and they were godly expensive from Teespring.
Oh yeah.
I have a few of those, but
Well,
yeah,
Ron's
yeah.
got a day and a half before he has to report back to work, right?
Why, Ron? Why you out, man?
And he's been
Why aren't you at
bored
work?
as hell.
Oh, I just on my normal days off, but
Oh,
that's
Oh.
soon to come to an end. I go back to work Friday till Wednesday, and then I think I only have like 3 or 4 days off, and then I put in 2 really, really expensive shifts. Yeah, or maybe
Wow,
expensive is not the word. High price shifts.
I was a jerk. Look at
Or what
that.
they call,
Insulted Justin's woman stickers. I'm a jerk.
You're not gonna get a Christmas card from Sarah.
Probably not.
Because it has
There's
her
something I
picture.
don't know. Is Sarah spelled with an H at the end or not?
They're both of them are. There's you can be SARA or SARAH. It just
Yeah.
depends.
Does she have the H or not?
Yeah, she does. It's on
See,
the.
that's the cooler spelling of Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Had a girl-
making up. See, he's trying to make
No,
up.
no, I had a really super cool girlfriend, well, sort of girlfriend for a while in college. Her name was Sarah, and she was super cool.
Oh, I
So
did have a
that's how I decided on a very small data set that was the better spelling.
Go ahead, Ron.
I did have a minor meltdown today.
Ooh,
Not a
Ooh.
good day without one.
The last thing I spoke to my little Florida buddy last night, he tells me, book your flight. I will pick you up. I'm
talking
taking
about
the day
Adrian.
off.
yeah, Adrian.
If the boss don't give me a day off, I will call in sick. He
Well, he
confirmed.
did say little.
But we have been talking about this for a couple months now. And I told him, I said, I'm not going to make any moves until I talk to you first. That way they were all on the same page. So the last thing he says to me, book your flight. So what I do this morning, I booked my flight. And as soon as I sent him my flight itinerary, he goes, I won't be there till about 8, 9 o'clock at night. I couldn't get the day off. I'm like, you mother. Oh,
Wait, you're going to a hotel anyway, so just Uber from the airport to the hotel.
it's a 2-hour drive. It'll cost me about $200 to Uber there.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is disappointing.
So I texted him back and I said, are you blanking kidding me? No reply. So then,
You have 24 hours to cancel your flight, don't you, Ron?
right. So then I call him and he does answer and he's giggling and laughing. He goes, I had you going for a minute, didn't I? I'm like, oh, you son
Oh,
of
Oh,
he was
really?
kidding ya.
Oh, that's wow. Nasty.
You should have been like, that's when you should have been like, well, I canceled it. It was non-refundable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what you
ain't
should have
coming
pulled
now.
on him.
I'm not coming now.
Yeah, screw
Yeah.
you guys. I'm not coming now.
a-
Oh wow. Yeah, that's low
Little
down
shithead.
and dirty. Low
Well,
down
what's interesting is that I'm still amazed that Adrian is such a small little guy. I thought he was,
big boy.
big boy.
How tall is he?
Short. He's vertically challenged.
Well,
Me too,
how
but
tall would you
what's-
say is like 5'5", 5'4"?
He's short.
Yeah.
So am I then.
There's
5'6", 5'7" ish
somewhere around there, yeah.
on a low gravity day. Yeah, that's like me.
Like if it,
that's like me.
Yeah, let's just say he's vertically challenged.
Me too.
Nothing wrong with that, but it just surprised me because
But
No, he-
being vertically challenged was helpful in Scotland because a lot of those buildings were built for like 5
Yeah.
foot tall people, so I didn't have to crouch down as much to get in them.
but he's larger in life on YouTube, so I just figured.
Yes, he is.
well, Ron's gonna bring the step stool into the honeymoon suite with him.
The honeymoon suite. Yeah.
Nice.
Get up here, big boy.
Well, next to Kai, it'd take
Oh,
me standing on frickin' Adrian's shoulders to be as tall as Kai. Take the two
Yeah.
of us. We have to chicken fight him.
how tall is Kai? I know he's up there.
He's like 8 feet tall or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
He's huge.
He's tall. Yeah, everything's bigger in Texas, including Kai.
Yeah. Is that where he's from? Texas?
Well, that's where he is. I'm guessing that's where he's from if he didn't drift far from home base.
Mm.
Yeah. So I guess we'll have to wait on this Mini 2 thing. Is it possible that the software is out but not publicly yet? Like guys are testing it? and it leaked.
It could be testing, but I heard that it was imminent right away, and maybe if you plug the smart controller into DJI Assistant,
I don't
You mean
know,
the
is
RC
Rom,
Pro? You mean the RC Pro?
the RC Pro, yeah.
is Ron Brown connected to DJI at all? 'Cause he's
I-
the one that said it.
I don't think.
I don't know.
Well, I haven't been able to prove it yet, but I'm very interested. But I'm sure he'll talk about it on Drone Therapy tonight.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that's interesting. Well, that's exciting for me. Seriously, for me, that's really exciting. And because I do have the Mavic 3, I do have the RC Pro, and to not have to use another remote control and carry those two drones around is perfect. I have my stunt
How
drone.
long you waiting for
Because the Mini 2 is a
satellites?
stunt drone, man. I send that thing
You
anywhere. It's
still
like, it
have the
doesn't come
Mavic
back.
3? Last time we talked, Chuck, it was going back.
I have it. Oh, has it been that long? Yeah, I have it. I used it to fly the footage, part of the footage while Lori's in my new video that's coming out this weekend. So it makes an appearance.
So did you make up with your Mavic 3?
It's still not perfect. It has issues.
Oh, okay.
My
If you watch
daughter was,
you can make your own decisions, but when you watch my footage, you can make your own mind up. The first part of the footage is most of the drone footage in the new video is using the Mavic 2 Pro. But then we went back out and went to another location, and I had the Mavic 3 the next time. And
Did you
yeah,
tag it
kinda-
in your video down in the corner, the Mavic 3?
oh hell no.
Oh, okay.
No. You can
my
tell
daughter
though because
was,
you can tell because the 5.3K footage, it kind of crops a teeny tiny bit, like just a little bit. See the black bars, top and the bottom. I didn't bother getting rid of them because I just didn't bother. Maybe I'll change my mind before I actually publicly release the video. But right now, I have stuff I have footage in there with a Insta 1X2. If you guys know about the Insta 360 1X2. And that is a similar thing where it kind of crops down because it's like wider screen.
Yeah, I gotta send mine in.
What
My
happened?
X2. Oh, it
Dropped it?
accidentally slipped off the
Wiped out the
thing
camera.
and it's on
Scratched it.
concrete. All it did was touch it.
That's all it takes. Sorry,
Yep.
man.
Yeah,
It's a great camera, Ron. I don't know about you, but I love mine. It's like the
Oh, I
one
do
thing
too.
I can't figure out though. I'm editing in DaVinci, and like I have black bars on the top and the bottom of that footage too, and because I can bring in the footage to DaVinci, and I use a 360 plugin so I can change my angles
Right,
and
I
everything.
have that. Yeah,
But the problem is if I zoom it in, then all of a sudden it like screws up the 360 part, and I end up like a hemispherical, like divided
Right,
screen
right.
stuff. And so I don't know how to do it where I can change my, because the beauty, I'm talking in incomplete sentences. The beauty of this camera, this 360 1X2, is you have like a zillion cameras in one because you have all these angles that you can mess with and you
Yeah.
can change it up. And like I can have the camera looking at me and Lori, and then I can have the camera looking somewhere else. And but so I can do all that. But the minute I go to zoom in, it goes to Crapsville. I don't know way around it. And the footage isn't as crisp either. Like the Pocket 2 is much crisper than the 1X2
Is it?
footage. For me,
Has
listening
anybody
to something-
gotten the not the Pocket, but the
Action 2?
Action 2?
Yeah, I have the Action. I don't have the Action 2.
I'm wondering if it's any better.
The Action 2 is awesome.
Is it?
The only thing that's weak about the Action 2 is when you go to download. So everything's recorded on the camera module. It's super compact and everything, and works great with FPV. When you go to download your data from it to the other module with the extra battery and everything, it gets really, really hot. From what I've heard, that's when it
Really?
gets really hot. So I don't know what that's doing to it long term. Well, other
'Cause I'm
than that,
looking to-
it's great, man. It's 1-inch sensor, just huge. It's great in low light. It has auto leveling now.
Really?
They added that.
Yeah, I ought to send mine in before August because I really want to do some underwater footage with the 360 up in Alaska when we're bringing those big halibut in.
That'd be cool. Dangle it underneath and like get some shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The neat thing is when we catch a big halibut up there, it takes 2 people minimum, depending on how big it is. But one person's, obviously reeling it in. The other person's up or getting ready with the spear. But I want to be able to tie that 360 off on a little rope and drop it down about 10, 15 feet and, film that halibut come to the surface. I think that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be really cool. Yeah, and then the way you can frame it up later any way you want is really cool too.
Mm.
Or you
The
can
thing
even
is,
share
like,
it as
if you
360.
put a regular action camera, like the action, I have the Osmo action, and
It's gonna move. It's gonna wiggle around and stuff, and you're not gonna be able to.
Exactly.
Yeah, so at least this way you could control.
Mhm.
Well, even in 360's software, you can like lock in on something, and
Yeah,
it'll automatically do
exactly.
that for you to hold. Yeah, that's the way to go for sure.
I'm probably just going to spend the money and either, I don't know, buy a new one, or if it's, I
Well, they getting to
remember,
fix them. I heard about half the price of the camera is what it costs to fix it.
Yeah.
To send it back to Insta360, like $150 or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, I got burgers on the grill. Right back.
Probably burnt.
Oh,
burgers.
Bill, I was gonna say my daughter was killing it with the tello earlier in the house. She was doing flips and all kinds of crazy crap with it. Because Jim from Above and Beyond Drones sent her a free tello.
Oh, that was nice of
Told
them.
her she could have it because he had like 3 of them in his garage and wasn't using any of them, so he let her have them.
I even say hello and bye to Laura. I've been a jerk. All these people are in the chat.
Well, you
like
still
Lynn's in the
can,
chat.
still can type it in, I think.
Bye, Laura. And then of
At
course
Little Lamalore, yeah.
Lynn's floating around.
Yep, Lindy's there.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Laura
Yes.
was in the chat till she said she was leaving.
Well,
I saw her on there before, and I was having so much fun complaining about everything that I didn't say hello to her.
well, the hard part is that you got to remember it's 5 hours difference, so it's 11:30 there p.m.
Yeah. That's actually one of the things Lori and I are trying to think about when we release a video. We want to release it so it works with our friends in the UK because
Yeah.
they're 5 hours ahead.
Oh, you can always set it as a premiere. That way you don't have to worry about it.
Well, we do have to worry about a premiere. You have to be there and mind the store and you gotta participate. So
You don't have to.
you have to.
It's
part
not
of
a live. Come on,
That
man.
is part of the fun. The premiere. We loved Lori and I love doing premieres because it's really fun when people actually watch and we're chatting with them. It's a lot of fun. And
I did a premiere the other day, but I only got like 3 or 4 people in the chat.
Yeah, it's a start. I mean, us too. But it's fun because the people that are watching, you're engaging with them, right? And they're getting to know you, and you get to know them a little bit. But I just think it's for us. I think it's really helpful to get us out there and be seen and people.
Because I started playing with OBS Studio, and I'm doing some reaction videos too, kind of on my channel. I call it Drone Guy Reacts. I just pick random things to react to. Give something
Yeah.
for other people to watch besides just because everybody always complains, oh, when they just have drone footage on their channel, they always complain that nobody wants to watch it. So I figure why not give them a little something else to watch, react to some gaming videos, some music videos,
Yeah,
different things.
I think that's a good idea, Justin, because like the whole reason our channel took a different direction is because it's not that I don't love making music videos with drone footage, because well, I do, but I don't know how many people want to watch said drone footage with good music, and I got pretty good at it. My editing got pretty tight, but like nobody gave a crap. So I just, if I do it for me. But now the travel stuff brings Lori into the picture, and we're having more fun doing that. And it's still get to use the drone because the drone is great for getting that aerial perspective of stuff and mixing it with the ground footage.
Did you Chuck catch my earlier presentation of the dog watching the soccer game?
No.
Okay, I'm going to share it again.
Can I replay it?
Yeah, it's absolutely hilarious.
I have just under 10 minutes, by the way. Then I'm gonna.
Palla tagliata, messa fuori, c'è Pirlo, ancora Pirlo di tetto, tiro,
Oh, it's hilarious. Actually, it was better when the dog jumped out of the way. You can see her legs better.
Okay.
Somebody has really, really long legs.
Yep.
Just saying. Those are double wrappers right there.
That was,
Yeah, double wrappers. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. Sorry. I know you guys were talking about the dog and stuff, but well,
well, yeah,
I
he,
went
he,
underwear.
he had a really, really nice master.
Yeah. Biatch.
Hey, Marie S., how you doing?
I'm kidding.
Hey, Marie. Yeah, Marie's
Lori's
there.
gonna
and,
kill me if Lori
uh,
watches the. Sorry, Paul.
well, I was gonna say Marshall's in there too now. So
Yep, Marshall.
Yeah, Lori's gonna slap me later if she sees the replay of this. She'll be like, "What were you looking at? What am I? Chopped liver? No.
Yeah, get
Oh,
her.
absolutely nothing.
What you do is you get her a sash that says chopped liver.
Chopped
So
liver.
it's-
Yeah. No,
I
her
don't
Rose
think-
is all
I think
passed out.
you'd be sleeping on the couch for a while.
I'm gonna be sleeping in the shed for a while. She gets really mad at me, but the
You get
18
yourself in trouble.
long stems, they all passed out, so they're useless to me now. I gotta invest in something else.
Yeah. What's that, Ron?
Did Chuck get himself in trouble?
Yeah.
Always. You know, it only takes me a couple of seconds, Ron. You know that.
Hmm.
It's like a gift.
I played the dog watching the soccer game,
Damn it.
and Chuck was watching the girl watching the soccer game.
I tried to
Oh.
focus on the dog, but I couldn't take my eyes off the legs. Sorry.
There's an English version of that. I actually thought it was a football game.
Yeah.
It is really cool, though. I mean, that was
You
crazy.
hear the pass going out. He catches the pass. He scores, and all of a sudden the dog's like, ah!
Crazy. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off, get some dinner and stuff.
Okay.
Joe, Justin, I just I don't know how much trouble you're gonna get when your Mavic 3 comes in tomorrow.
Did you get one? Dude, did you get one?
Hell no.
Oh, I thought maybe you did.
I mean, if I wanted to chuck, $2,500 into the lake, I'd just walk outside and do it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that's annoying me about the Mavic 3 is like a lot of the stuff, the features are there now, but I was trying to do like an Eye of God shot.
Later,
over
guys.
this. Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to, you taking off, Justin?
Yeah, I gotta go.
We'll see you, Justin. Yeah.
Hi,
bye.
Justin.
Take
Thanks
care,
for
man.
coming in.
Thanks for the stickers. Oh, so I was doing an Eye of God shot with the Mavic 3. So the whole idea is to go straight up in the air and have the camera pointed straight down and rotate the drone, right? So you yaw as you ascend, and you get that really cool, perspective. And what's the damn thing do? Kind of like wanders. So the shot ends up being shit.
Yeah.
And this is like Justin pointed out, this is a $2,500 drone. This is not a
The
Tello.
cheap version. Yeah.
This is an expensive drone. Why the F doesn't it lock in and do what it's supposed to do? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That irritated me because I'm like, I get the same shots I can get with the Mavic 2 Pro all day and all night, and it works great. And again, here we go again.
There
I
you
just
go.
don't-
Are you ready?
Il marcatore di Cannavaro. Palla tagliata, messa fuori, c'è Pirlo, ancora Pirlo di tecco,
Funny. Yeah. Well, I gotta go too. After that rant, I have to go. So hopefully DJI, now that they're getting out of their vacation mode, maybe they can get some new firmware out to us and get that.
Yeah, the sad thing about that, I think everybody had some sticker shock with that drone. And for everybody's like, how much is that again?
Yeah,
And I
it's
think it's
expensive.
one of their worst problematic children that has come out in a while. So many issues. with it.
camera. The camera is unbelievably good.
Really?
I mean, unbelievably good. I mean, the footage out of this thing is just crazy. I film in D-Log, and it brings in things in the shadows that you just would lose with anything else, and they're there, and it's ridiculous. Where it falls apart is the airframe, and that's what if they can get the airframe squared away, it's capable enough. We know they can do it. They've done it a million times. I don't know why it's not right, Ron, but it's not right yet. But when it is, holy shit, that camera's good. I mean,
Okay, Bill, we'll watch for you.
I love the camera on this drone on the Mavic 3.
It's, we were just talking, I forget, I don't know if it was on here we were talking about the other day, but it's just it's all about who can get what out first,
And that's the problem. And then we're all beta testers.
Yeah.
So I am a beta tester of a very expensive drone, and I do fly it more carefully, which isn't good because, to get the really good shots, you have to be a little gutsy.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have $2,500 in the air, it's tougher to be gutsy.
Well, look at Dennis Lovelady. He was just out there hovering it, doing his sunrise, the Saturday morning sunrise, and all of a sudden it just started to drift on its own.
Well, that's what concerns me with the thing I explained to you. I wasn't like I was away from trees and stuff. I'm doing this Eye of God shot, and it's starting to move around on me. Yeah, it was nerve wracking. I don't trust it yet, but maybe I hope they fix it. It could be the whole Chinese satellite thing though too.
Yeah.
Hard to say. Well, I gotta go. I gotta.
wonder if the satellite had anything to do with that. That particular incident of his. Tropical vacation there, Paul.
Paul's in the islands.
Yep.
All right, I gotta go too because Lori gets out at 7. So if I go soon, I can pick her up, and then we can get back here. Maybe you guys will probably be maybe going, maybe not. But Paul,
We'll
thanks
see.
for the invite.
Hey,
course.
Chuck, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for letting me complain again. And hello, everybody in the chat. Chuck's complain time is over. Ron's enjoying his burger. He's almost done. He's down to like. last bite.
You tell Lori we said hello.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
See you, Chuck.
All right. Take care, everybody. See you guys later.
So anyway,
Not
Yeah.
Paul.
what's that, Ron?
Where's Paul Hodges?
He had to, I think the dogs wanted to go out or something. So that's where he ended up going. It's kind of like 6:30 on the East Coast, so I haven't figured out how he's got the black screen behind him.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Why, was something shining again while I was there or what? No, this program called NVIDIA Broadcast, and you can do background removal,
Oh,
or I can I can do a background replacement, or I go here and just blur it, or I can really blur it,
wow.
So
You got all the toys, Paul.
yeah, just because of the video card. Now Gracie's barking to get in.
So Marie, what's up with you? Anything? Oh, Paul is back.
Oh yeah, Gracie wanted back in again. Oh, so Paul, I wanted to show you a picture. Okay, okay. Oh, right here. Now, I played with this a little bit, but you remember when I took the video of that river with all the ice?
Yeah.
What a day of difference makes, eh?
Yeah, did it? Oh, wow, look at there. That's quite a show.
Yeah, well, don't get me wrong, the ice is still there, but it moved down further, a little bit further. But yeah, all that was all jammed up yesterday. I remember there's that thing that was damaged, another shed here. This was all ice. And anyway, say I think, but it was snowing pretty hard when I took this picture. So see if I can. Okay. It's in the thing right now. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know if you've seen the river that I took a picture of with the drone the other day with the ice jams? Ron? But
No,
this is one day. Look at this. It's open right up. But this was like there's a shelter here, it's damaged. There's somebody's shed over here, it's damaged
see that?
from all the ice.
Oh, cattywampus, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, it was snowing pretty hard here when I took the picture today when I was down there. But I want to go find where am I? Digital.
I just got a call from Skip. They think they found the dog in a field, but it's hurt.
Oh,
It's dark here now, and he wanted to know, the lights on the bottom of he's flying the Zoom, how close he has to get to the ground in order to have the landing lights lighted up a little bit.
oh. What do you mean? They think they found the dog? Or they don't
Yeah,
know.
there was a report that the dog was out in a field and it was hurt.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I told him, let me know. I've got the lights that clip onto my, they clip on, what are they?
Yep.
You
Yep.
know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
I've never used them, Paul.
Yeah. But anyway, so this ice jam just kind of moved down a little bit further.
Wow.
Yeah, like look at that. That's a big dock right there. But I'm trying
Was
to
a big-
think.
Yeah.
I just tell it. But see, this was all jammed up the other day with that dock and everything right in this location. But see if I can get her back another picture back. Okay, yeah, see, it just moved farther down, right? But it on the other side of the bridge now. So, but it's just a mess. I'm trying to think where that other picture is. Look at the size of that log or tree. Yeah. There's how thick the ice was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to get a picture of this, but it was snowing so hard. I tried to improve it, but it couldn't. And this year is the ice on the beach. There's a lake back in here, in behind, eh? But this is all the ice built up on the beach down there in Port Stanley. Yeah. So, but anyways, but it was snowing. It was snowing hard to get pictures today. I'll tell you. Okay, where is? Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, I took this picture from the other side of the creek, but this is the lift bridge, but you still see all the, man, there's a lot of garbage in that water. Just, oh man. I don't know how they ever going to clean that up. I don't know. But
Don't mind me, guys. I'm just trying to
yeah.
figure something out here for a second.
I know this is going to sound really strange, but I'm almost ready to go back to work. I'm bored to death. I mean, if it would be nice here, it's just cold as shit.
Well,
You don't-
that's the thing is you not like you can go outside and sit or go cut grass or do something. It's just so freaking cold that you don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
I know I'm
Yeah.
getting to be more like that every day.
It's normally not this cold in Wyoming.
Mhm.
We get the snow,
Yeah.
and I can deal with in the tens, teens, 20s, 30s. I'm okay with that. When it starts jumping well below zero, like right now, I was out there just trying to cook some burgers on the grill. Holy crap. My
Yeah.
grill put fire up the whole way.
Yeah.
I put ice cubes because I got a kit. I got to run from my sink. I got to run through all the cabinetry over to the refrigerator to make, to the ice cube maker.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Till then, I've got the ice cube trays, but I'm like, why put them in the freezer? I'll take them outside. They'll freeze a hell of a lot faster.
Oh
I
yeah.
only put them out there half an hour ago, and they're damn near done.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I was watching a program today. Mike Rowe. The Dirty Jobs,
Yeah.
and
Right.
he was up in Alaska, and they were feeding a bunch of sled dogs, but they had to go into the freezer in order to get the dog food. And he says, "Holy crap! It's warmer in here than it is outside." And it was warmer inside the freezer than it was, you know. So,
Oh, I know it's warmer in my freezer than it is outside.
oh,
I
yeah,
said they've only been out less than half an hour. They're damn near done.
yeah.
You know?
Okay, let me go to. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna go here. Share screen. Here, go here. Go to this one here. Okay, I guess you guys can see this. Okay, I'll just skip over a little bit here. But here's that same picture 2 days ago there, Ron. That was all. It's all open today. But this was just what, yesterday or day before? Yeah, what a
Wow.
difference a day makes, eh?
Yeah.
It just
Hmm.
this one here. Yeah. This is all wide open now. That picture I took today.
Debris.
Yeah, because like those sheds and that are right up in here and stuff. But yeah, it's trying to think where the heck I am here. Because all this has moved to the other side of the bridge now.
Right.
So yeah, just let me go to I think it's here. Yeah, no, I think it might be the next video. I think. Yeah, because that shed is there's that shed right there and the other thing there. But yeah, look at it. It's clear as a bell now.
Wow.
Yeah. What a difference. Yeah.
Looks like there's a lot of debris in there, though.
Yeah. Yeah, the hike's right up to the railroad. That's just a tourist railroad too. But anyways, called Port Stanley Terminal Rail. I actually did some work for him there for a couple of years, helping them out on the real busy times when they had a lot of people going through.
Right. Mm. Yeah.
Old Marshall says you better buy some bread because they're saying it's going to cost a lot more money because of the Russia-Ukraine crap. Yeah. I think it's about $2.50, $3 a loaf here now. I think something like that. So.
Yeah, nothing's getting better.
No.
I don't know what I was going to say. I don't think I've ever seen the economy this bad.
No.
The amount of things that are going on. And you know who's funding the money? The government.
Yep.
Sad.
Yeah, well, because I don't know about you guys, but the tax around here is progressive. So the more they charge, the more the government gets more money.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a set tax, eh? It's a progressive.
Yeah. You know, it's like a rolling effect, you know, with everything. I mean, we've actually seen, I just use one example. Like this past year, we didn't see the amount of hunters coming out to the lodge to hunt. And it's, people can't afford it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, yeah. Well, everything costs more. Fuel to get there, probably their air tickets, whatever, right? Food.
Even people in healthcare, you know, they like these 2 extra shifts I have coming up in a couple weeks. I wouldn't have picked them up if they weren't offering this incentive pay. They're finding out in healthcare that people are leaving healthcare.
Yeah.
They're just getting their asses handed to them, and they're not, you know, we're not getting paid enough to what we deal with.
Yeah.
I mean, I sit and think, and I have, it's kind of embarrassing in a small way. I have some people on YouTube here, I come onto a live stream. They're like, "Oh, Ron, you look like a zombie," or, "You're not saying anything," or whatever. Or a lot of times I come into a live stream. It's like, I really shouldn't, because I'm not physically or mentally there.
Yeah.
I spend half of my life that way.
But no, I'm being serious. So it's,
I know, I know what you're saying. You've got the kind of job, and you're not the spring chicken anymore, that it's just draining. It just drains you. You feel like, oh,
well, I wouldn't mind these 24-hour shifts. I don't mind running. You could run me all day. Come 9, 10 o'clock at night, let me sleep. And some of these missions we get in the middle of the night, like, really? This couldn't wait till morning? It's
Yeah.
not an emergency.
Yeah.
But,
they call it an emergency.
yeah. And after 4 or 5 days in a row, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
During, last year, especially during October, November, they were actually having a hard time keeping up with, nobody was picking up shifts. If there were opening shifts, we were just getting hammered so bad. Everybody's like, screw this.
Yeah. Not worth it. Yeah.
And the thing, it's like a rolling downhill effect. The company was losing money, and the patient, more importantly, that the patients were not getting taken care of, or very much delayed, or, because they had to call somebody else from a lot further away. We have out of service times a lot because, and I should say this, but I know certain people, some of our pilots will just call in sick when they've had 4 or 5 days in a row, and they're just burnt out. They're like, I'm sick.
Yeah.
Minute, and it's not like we can grab a pilot next door.
Yeah. Yeah. And what are they going to do? Fire them? No.
No. But
It makes it hard.
it does. And I think the hospital system is starting to wise up a little bit. We have that one competition move in. And they actually had, like, so we have one, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 locations. Our company has 5 locations. And our very eastern north locations, Bemidji, Minnesota, and Fargo, North Dakota, there was a flight program that's primarily in Minnesota, but they snuck in a location into eastern North Dakota, and they put advertisements in for, all right, we're moving to this, as another base. We're starting to hire. Here's our salaries range, and it was much higher than what we are.
Yeah.
And they lost people like instantaneously, and then finally our company caught wind of it. Like I said, when I got the phone call from my boss, said, I need you to sign this form, or that acknowledge that you got it. And I'm like, I just got a raise. Not that I'm complaining, but I got my raise in October, and then here in January, I got a huge. I'm like, what is this all about? And
They don't want to lose you.
No, because I'm actually at the top of the company pay scale right now because of my years of experience.
But that'll probably change, because if they continue to lose people, they're going to have to keep their retention.
Yeah. So, and some of the problems that we're experiencing now is one of my pilots, his girlfriend, she's a very experienced ICU nurse, and within our hospital system that she was hired, she left. She's like, screw this. And she went to work for an agency. She's making 4 times the money that she was making doing the same amount of work.
Wow.
but she's traveling. I mean, she's going on 13-week assignments, but she is pocketing some serious money and putting it away, you know. I mean, that's the kind of job and career for a single person with maybe not
Yeah.
kids or, you know, whatever, but
Right.
but it's an opportunity to sock some serious money away when you're making $120 an hour. Yeah. It's incredible.
Wow.
But yeah, it's, I don't know. I sit and think how much longer I really want to do this myself. It's been a lot of fun. I've had a great career. I kick myself some days that I didn't advance my education and go further up the line and become, you know, more of an educated person. But in many ways, I'm not an indoor. I don't do well indoors.
Yeah.
You know, when I used to work the emergency room back home, I worked the flight program full time. And then on my week off, the director of the ER was looking for paramedics to help in the ER. And so I put in a couple shifts during my week off, but I would only put in at the max an 8-hour shift. And usually it was a 4-hour shift because every couple hours I got to come outside and take a breathe, you know.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. If you put me in a cubicle, oh God, I'd shoot myself.
The question I have, Ron, is maybe you should be an online paramedic teacher. In other words, like start a university for paramedics to get them ready to take their exam. And you could do that with a camera and in your own setting. You would design it. And do they have such a thing online right now?
I don't believe so.
Well, a lot of that's got to be hands-on stuff anyway, don't
It
it?
does. There's, you know, and I found that out with, you know, even when I went to school, there's so much that you can learn in-house and online. It's getting out in the street and learning, you know, and the what I call the knife and gun club that I worked at, you know, back in Philadelphia, there's a thing called street smarts. You don't learn that in a book.
Yeah.
There's survival techniques. You don't learn that in a book, you know. I mean, I use one simple, here's just a simple example. Back in the one town that was where a helicopter was based, it was nasty. And there was a set of projects there. The cops would not go up there in a single cop car. That's how bad. They required 2 cop cars. But if we went up in there and rather, you know, and sometimes you go up there in a summer night, 85 degrees, 70% humidity, tensions are high, you know, and if you involve them in what you're doing, you know, a lot of people don't, I see a lot of junior medics, you know, like they come in there with their chest out and thinking, you know, I'm Billy Badass and, you know, everybody get out of my way and telling bystanders to, you know, get out of the way. No, get them involved, you know, and many a times I've gone into some really dangerous gang member groups like, hey, guys, man, can you do me a huge favor? Can you help me lift? You know, get them involved. And then you keep peace within that situation.
Right.
A lot of these junior, you know, coming right out of it, we call them paraguides. They think they're a paraguide instead of a paramedic. It's little things like that, little simple things that you learn in the street, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a fun career and I enjoyed it and I'm glad I wouldn't change it. You know, I sit back today. Could I have gotten a better retirement from some other, you know, some other type of job? Sure. But I'm happy with what I did. And
Yeah.
it's been a great experience. And yeah, I have a lot of great memories and it was a lot of fun, you know. And I'm going to miss it. You know, I try not to think of the day that I hang my stethoscope up. I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, realistically, Ron, you must have an idea how much longer you can continue to do what you do.
Yeah.
I'm basing myself physically. Maybe it's an immature thing in me, but I have a hard time. I don't discuss my age with very few people.
Right.
Yeah.
And last week, for some reason, 3 different members of my group up there, Ron, how old are you? And the last one kind of pissed me off. And I'm like, you know what? It's nobody's fucking business but mine.
Yep.
And I kind of lost it. And because all of them, the majority of them are good 10, 15 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And
Well, the only one that can decide how much longer you can do is you.
yeah,
You must have a number in your mind but that'll change if your physicality changes, because you're not the kind of person to get out there in the field and all of a sudden say, oh crap, I can't do this.
Yeah. And what I do now, guys, and hence the reason I go to the gym every day. The group I work with now, they're a great bunch of people, but they aren't the group that I worked with for 22 years. The moment you start slacking, something starts going wrong, they'll call the boss. Hey, Ron's not right. I don't think he's keeping up his end of the bargain, or whatever. They're that type of people up there, and that really bothers me. So I'm so conscientious of it all the time. I try to make sure that I'm keeping up, if not ahead of my partner all the time. And I think that's what mentally wears me out, which in return physically wears me out. It scares me, guys, that I'm getting older. I'm sure it does to you too.
Yeah. Gloria's in the chat. She's knows healthcare a little bit.
Yeah. I've noticed a big change in me physically over the last, I'd say 2 to 3 years, major change. And, it's scary.
Yep.
It's life,
Yep.
I was watching it's funny because I watch this medical rescue helicopter stuff over in the UK all the time. I just love the show. But there was one guy just retired. As soon as he turned 60, they wouldn't let him fly medical helicopter anymore.
Really?
Yeah, he's not allowed to fly solo in a commercial aircraft at 60 or something.
Really?
And you have to be a solo pilot, commercial, because the other people are on board. They're not pilots; they're paramedics.
Right.
Well, it probably has to do with being a commercial pilot, carrying passengers and staff and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But because he said once he reaches 60, he can't fly commercial helicopter single anymore. He can still fly recreational or whatever, but he couldn't fly commercial.
Like our pilots, again, I don't know how it is in the UK, but they got to do a medical every year.
Yeah.
And we actually lost a pilot about 1.5 years ago. I miss him. He's grounded for life. But he had a cardiac issue that's really non-fixable at this point. We had another one of my female pilots. She just came back. She was out. She had to go to the Mayo Clinic and have an ablation done, and but she was out for 7 months. She's only 42. And I sit there and you're like, you know what? Okay, I have a lot of these younger coworkers that are having all these medical problems. I haven't had half the problems they've had.
Yeah.
And I'm older than them, but
Chuck just said in the chat he's chilling, waiting for Lori to come out of the building now. Yeah. Well, Gloria, great to have you in here. You're always welcome anytime to come in here and share and participate. I made you a moderator, which allows you to put your link in if you want to, or continue your conversations.
Yep.
And I've got great people out there like Marshall, because we get caught in the conversation here, but Marshall's keeping an eye on the chat, and so is Lenny.
Yeah. See this, Paul?
Yeah.
Weather advisory, snowfall accumulates 5 to 10 centimeters, local blowing snow Thursday evening into Friday morning.
Yep.
But
So
it
you're
said
not-
late Thursday into Friday morning.
You're probably not going to work tomorrow either, are you?
Oh, I'll be working tomorrow.
It depends upon how slick the roads are.
Well, it'll depend, but I don't think so. Because I was out at 10 o'clock. Any road that I was on, there was no problem driving them. So I don't know what the big panic was, but anyways. But it was mostly out in the back roads, I think, is what they're afraid of. Like all the floods and stuff like that were washed out and stuff. So,
Well, Ron, you do a great job at what you do and a great service, and everybody should salute the care workers that like you are, especially the emergency care worker. Because
I do, and like I said, guys, as each day goes on, I get, over the last 2 days, my level of what's the word I want to use? Scaredness. Back in 2013, when I first came to South Dakota, my end of my second week on the job, I had a fall and I broke my back.
oh,
And the doctor told me that my career was over.
you
screwed it up
proved
pretty
him
bad.
wrong.
I did. And when he told me that, I said, Ron, what do you do again? And I told him, he says, I think you're done. And I said, you don't realize the stubborn prick that I am. My exact words to him.
Yeah.
I said, tell me what to do, what not to do. Tell me how to, whatever, but
Yep.
help fix me, please.
Well, you're the poster child for determination.
Oh, and I went through hell because, like I said, it was my second week at a brand new job. I remember, when I had a fall moving some equipment, and I had the equipment because of the somewhat sloppy coworker, but he knocked the equipment over and then he fell on me. So I had about 400 to 500 pounds crashed on me
Wow.
as I hit the concrete floor. And my L2 vertebrae just went. And every so often it starts to really pain up. My physical therapist, told me for the rest of your life, she said, if you don't go to the gym, go to the gym for one reason. And she said, keep your upper back very strong. And she showed me the different exercises to do. To this day, I still, and that keeping your upper back very muscular and strong. I probably got the upper back of a 20-year-old. But that takes the tension and the pain and the workforce off your lower back.
Right. Well,
And-
that's your support structure up above.
Mhm.
Otherwise, what happens in life, I've noticed, is the older I get, the more you start to hunch down and you start
Yeah.
the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But over the last couple of days, and it happens from time to time, I'll notice I'll start to get some severe pain. I just took some pain medicine right now. And, I'm like, one thing, well, Paul, you know this, I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah.
A back injury is a career-ending injury
For most people. Yep.
in this field, especially.
Well, not only your field, but any kind of a physical field. Let's say you were a cement worker and fell off a wall, or,
Yeah. Yeah.
back injuries can just change your life in a microsecond, but you're
Yeah.
determined and stubborn enough that it wasn't going to happen to you. Did you freeze up? No. Oh, there you go.
No.
But makes the difference. Lynn and I have talked about it. About the minute you give up, Ron, it's like it's game over.
Yeah. And my only regret too, and I was up at my boss's today, the outfitter I work for. I stopped up to visit him and his wife, and they asked me, they said, Ron, how's it going down there? And I'm like, okay. But the only thing I don't like is, and I kind of knew, but I didn't know how bad it was.
Isolation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, when you told me the size of the community and what I know of your personality, I know that there was going to be times when it's just like, what the hell do I do?
Yeah.
Because you like to have a schedule you stay on where it's like you're working as a guide, or you're doing this, or you're doing that, or you're out photography and that kind of stuff. But in the dead of winter, it just wears on you.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to be a 24-hour day. It feels like every day is a week in your time.
Yeah. Yeah. It does. Oh, no, it's just, on one side it's good, another way it's like, okay, man, it's too quiet. I like adult interaction. Hence the reason I come onto your live, when I'm home and it's cold outside, and hence the reason I'm chatting with you guys every day.
I think
need that interaction.
That's the case for a lot of people. A lot of our regulars that come in here, Paul, don't you think?
Oh yeah. Yep.
They've got no place else they'd rather be because they can interact, even if it's just in the chat.
Yeah.
But they're all welcome to go ahead and join the
Yeah.
panel, and they don't even have to come on with the camera on. They can just come on and voice only if they want to.
Yeah. Come the warmer weather, you'll see me less. I'll be physically out doing things more. Your mornings are really good for me because that's
You're a morning person because of your job.
Right. And I'm up half the time, if not 3/4 of the time, I'm up an hour or two before you even come on.
Yeah.
And I kind of watch, I get up, I drink my coffee and, do a few things. And then I'm like, it's about time for Paul Murray to come on.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. And we look forward to having you on, right, Paul?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You come up with some good stories. Like
Good
I just love
stories,
it.
and your eagle pictures are great.
Yeah.
And you add so much to this live stream, Ron, and I want you to know how much we appreciate it.
I appreciate it. We all do. I think, everybody has
Everybody's got their own niche. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And,
it's going to be even a different story for me once we get some green grass. I'll go down the trailer because I want some stuff I want to do to the trailer, and
Right.
it's just. But right now,
Yeah.
So.
We're all kind of homebound, because
Yeah.
our regular chores, like either it's mowing the lawn or washing the car or just going outside in the backyard with Mia or whatever, that's all on hold.
Yeah.
And Mia gets so bored because we're not going to fly ships, 3 times a day,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You'll be flying more ships later and everything else. A lot of things will change.
Sure,
Just right
and-
now, it's just
And in the dead of winter, it's just so much darkness,
yeah.
Yeah.
In the summertime,
Uh,
it's light
Another
till
week or two,
7
don't
o'clock.
the clocks change in another week or two?
Is it March or April that it jumped? I think it might March 17th or something. I don't know when daylight savings time actually hits. Do you know, Paul?
No, I don't. Is it around May, just before May 24 weekend? Huh? No, it must be earlier than that.
No, I think it's either the middle of March or the first part of April.
When does daylight savings time change?
Oh yeah, it's March the 13th.
Oh, okay.
I just
Yep.
I
Yep.
flipped my calendar.
Yep. Yeah. Sunday, March the 13th.
Oh,
So we've got just a little over 2.5 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I thought they were going to stop doing that.
Well, there's always talk. Canada seems to talk about it more than anywhere. But I know that some of the states have been talking about it. They want to have a constant time. But that would be fine with me if they made it, the daylight savings time was permanent,
Yeah.
because I'd rather have more light in the afternoon than in the morning, personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
mm. It's like right now here, it's light out, but I was having a hard time out on the deck just flipping burgers. It's so
Yeah.
goddamn cold.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Through
Yeah,
this.
Marie said March 14th and Marshall says March 13th, which it is, but March the 14th, it probably changes the 13th, at 2 a.m. or something, doesn't it usually?
Yeah. Totally.
You fall back and you spring forward, they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And come April, my boss just even texted me after I left there today. He said, "You got your stuff ready for April?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." Turkey season starts up,
Oh, okay.
So I
Well,
start only hunt for 2 months, and then I'm off for the summer.
Maybe you could cross the border and hunt and hunt Trudeau's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do a little sharpshooting for you there, Paul.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, it's that really helps with the doldrums of winter when you get to like March the 17th or whatever it is, the 13th or 17th, whatever. And then you get that extra hour in the evening,
Yeah,
and it just makes you feel like, because by then it's usually light until about 6:50 or 7 o'clock. And then it's 8 o'clock and you go, all right, another hour.
yeah. I mean, out here, I remember when I was still living in Pennsylvania, when I first started to come out here to shoot prairie dogs, help them get rid of their prairie dog problem. We were out there between 9:30 and 10 o'clock at night. I could still see, you could actually trace your bullets out,
Were you
Yes,
firing,
just under 10
were
o'clock
you
at night.
firing a tracer bullet or no?
It looked like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it just looked like it, but they weren't tracer bullets.
Mm-mm. No, but just the way the lighting was, you could actually see them going out. It was
Yeah.
kind of cool. But no, I used to do a lot of long distance shooting, and I'm still pretty proficient. But not like I used to be. I used to shoot every Saturday for years. My buddy and I, I've obviously kept that memory, but I'm not as good as I used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marshall says,
Not
and
as
I-
much.
Marshall said, and I kind of remember that now, Arizona doesn't do the daylight.
Right.
And
Yep.
the other. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it's,
there's one of the states that don't.
Are there
Yeah.
any other states out there?
Well,
I
there's
think-
Saskatchewan here in Canada. It never changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Arizona, maybe New Mexico, but I think maybe Arizona is the only one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. But no, I wish they'd leave that alone. Damn time change.
Yeah. To me, if they would just spring forward permanently, I'd be happy.
Hmm. Yeah. Like right now it's 5:20 and it's actually pretty light out.
Yeah. Well, it should stay light there until about 6:20.
Mhm. Yeah.
So you got about another hour of sunlight.
And that helps,
Yeah.
And like one of the things I'm looking to do is I have a solid, solid core wooden door, my front door. I'm going to go out and get a, what do you call it? Like a glass screen door, for the front door for this spring,
Yeah.
put in just so you can open up that door and let that sunlight in and, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, but yeah, Wednesday's kind of pretty boring around here. There's not a whole lot of live streams and that you go to, and like, tomorrow's Ken Herron, but I can do with or without.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's exactly the way Paul and I feel. Paul used to religiously go over to that channel.
I used to watch it all the time, but then he got playing those damn games all the time and
Yeah.
doing different stuff. And I just,
Yeah.
well, the thing I like the most about it is Jeff Sills when he's doing the news.
Oh, news, yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I could care less. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to knock some of the silliness off sometimes. I realize his thing is comedy, and he does do some good stuff. Like he gets some good tutorials on there. He had a young kid on there last week that flew into an amusement park.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The kid crashed the drone
Yeah,
in there, and the amusement park said, "Oh, we didn't find it. We didn't see it." So they had that one guy who's like he kind of knows drone laws and stuff pretty well. And they had that guy from Remote Pilot 101
yep.
in there. And it was a good discussion, Yeah, some of that silliness, the games. Yeah, I'm sorry, I got other things to do.
It's turned into like a comedy channel, and it's just
Yeah,
after a while it gets old.
yeah.
I put a sign up in Tiltonburg on Thursday. Yeah. Taking it down already. Apparently because of health reasons, they're suspending the listing. Yeah. So I got to go take it down sometime tomorrow.
The owner's got some health issues, or
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So anyways, well, the thing is, it's funny because I had an agent text me and she wants to sign up in Tiltonburg. Well, either today or tomorrow. I said, well, not today now because it's getting late. But I said, I can go tomorrow. Then she come back, got to me, can you hold off till after 1 o'clock before you go put the sign up? Because the place might be sold. So I said, okay, I'm going to hold off till 4 o'clock tomorrow
Right.
afternoon. That should let me know for sure. So now I got a sign to pick up in Tiltonburg anyway. So I don't know. But I'll just go after my bus run. I'll just head out.
Bill Newfound Drone Productions is back.
Hey, Bill.
If you want to join the channel, just click on there up there. You don't have to have the camera on.
Yeah.
You can just have the speaker and you can join in the conversation.
Yeah.
Love to have you, Bill. Love to have you.
Yeah.
Just for a wild chance, let me take a peek out back and see if I got any friends that
See if the herd's
Yeah. Yeah. Be kind of cool to know if they did or not. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to be working Friday or not. Got some snow coming in late Thursday into Friday morning. Well, they won't have roads clear, but depends how much snow we get too. But it said 5 to 10 centimeters, but 10 centimeters, what, 4 inches. So I couldn't believe they canceled buses this morning. But it's got to be because of the back roads and stuff. You can't go to every driver and say, well, what do you drive on a back road? They just have to cancel them as a blanket, right?
Right.
Hey, look at that. Drone shots.
Oh,
Drone shots. Hey, how you doing?
The deer aren't even coming out in that.
no, I think they're hunkered down they're bedded down in the woods.
Yeah.
Like, screw this.
They probably have a deer igloo built in there,
Probably. The bunny rabbits not even out there.
That's
I mean, there's a ton of corn laying in my yard.
Right back.
They haven't been around.
Not at all.
No. But oh shoot. Yeah, Paul, like I said, I'm looking forward to the nicer weather, and there's some, I did what I could do. I'm surprised I was able to do what I did to this house. I literally was working 2 full-time jobs from September into December.
Uh-huh.
And put this place together, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm glad I made the move and the purchase, and I'm building equity now, and
Sure.
you know, um,
Yeah, that's important and it's good.
so,
That's a good thing.
do you find yourself doing more things in the warmer weather, Paul, or?
Oh, yeah, I get out and about more, yes.
Yeah,
Well, first of all, I have to mow the lawn and all that kind of stuff, and there's just more things to do around the house, you know, there's always more to do than I have time to do or have the energy to do, but
right.
but I usually I can go fly, you know, the ship traffic just is continual here. I can go fly 10 or 15 ships a day if I wanted to.
Mhm.
But
Do you do
then
any traveling at
got
all?
edit. What's that?
Do you travel anywhere at all, or?
Nah, I'm pretty much a hermit. I don't go anywhere because Mia and I just are here. The only thing we do is if we go shopping, I go late at night when there's nobody else around, or
Right.
early in the morning when there's nobody else around.
Okay. You know something? It's cold outside here too.
Well, yeah, it's down to 16 here.
Yeah, it's getting cold out here. I know it's cold outside, but I have to, guys.
I'm just wondering how Skippy's doing if he went over there on that continue the rescue or not.
Your what do they call, not Eskimo pies, but
Ice cream
Uh,
bar.
Ice cream bars, that's all it is.
That's
that-
got white
that-
ice cream in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, with
Because the
chocolate
other
on
one
the
that might
outside.
look like that, unless you saw the end of it, is a fudgesicle.
Yep.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh,
Good.
Marshall says it sounds like they have their first forest fire.
Oh,
what, down in Arizona?
yeah.
I'm gonna call Skippy, just see what's going on.
Skippy.
That's my rescue buddy.
I think I'm going to join you. Are you going to stay on for a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm My iPad's about dead. I'll join you with the other computer in a minute. I'll be back.
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
hey Skip, you must not have your phone on you. Just checking in to see what's going on, how that situation is. It's 7:30. Bye. I didn't think he'd have us because when we flew yesterday, Paul, he left his phone on the dashboard of his truck.
Oh,
And he left his keys in his truck. And so we had to lock the truck up, pull the keys. Because he was riding with somebody else. We split up into teams. And me and I were in my truck, and there was three people in another truck, and 2 or 3 people in another truck, and Skip with another couple people. And then the other pilot came in his own vehicle. Yeah, Marie says she likes the drumsticks, Paul.
yeah, I like them too. Yeah.
Well, Lynn, I don't want to, maybe they didn't call Josie. And I don't want to disturb or upset the apple cart, you know. I get her on the phone and she says, well, what are you talking about? What are you talking? No. Nope. Because I figured she would have called me had she been informed. But there was such a row after yesterday that I think that Josie's not welcome anymore.
Oh.
Unless you want to call her, Lynn, and nose around a little bit, just say, well, how's it going? How did it go? And blah, 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 blah. And listen to her for 45 minutes, tell you the action. But no. We're just hanging here on a Wednesday night, just kind of seeing what's going on.
Yep.
What time does Bill out in the West Coast, does he go on? You know, Paul?
Bill, who?
What's the name of the drone guy out in California?
Oh, California. The only one I know is Bill, the drone reviewer, but
No,
he's in Florida or something.
let me see if he's got it up like he's gonna be on shortly or something. I see Mike put up another 6 minutes ago. Albert Cam won until it falls. Must have fallen again. No, I don't see it like on the Coming Adventures.
Oh yeah.
I see Red Prince and Canadian Girl both posted the details on the mandates being reduced. Canadian. So I don't even know where they're at, so.
Huh.
The other thing is flying around at nighttime out in the fields, you got to be very careful of any wires.
Or even trees.
Yeah, well, the trees, yeah, but the wires would be even more
Yeah.
because they're so small, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Ron. He switched
Yep, he
over to
comes.
his other computer.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, there's Ron.
Yeah, the iPad was about to die. Nice little change of scenery though, sitting out in the kitchen. Pop the chat up.
Yeah, Paul was having trouble with his Inspire, was doing a little bit of, was it wandering or just
No, it wasn't wandering. You move it like an eighth of an inch and boom, it's gone.
yeah, it was like it accelerated.
But somehow it got switched over to mode 1. And it
Okay.
should be on mode 2. But I had a hard time trying to get to mode 2. But last time I checked, it seemed to be okay. And I calibrated the sticks and I went in on the sensitivity, like I did some reading, changed all the sensitivity to slow it down as much as possible, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, mode 2 would have would have what we normally fly, you know, left is left, right is right, you know, all that. Mode 1 is almost backwards, I think.
I'm not sure, but it was going in the right direction. But the thing is, I just wouldn't even an eighth of an inch, and that thing was just full blast going. So I back off a little bit and they go, stop. And I went, whoa, what the hell? But if I got up and was going someplace, it wasn't work too bad, except when you go to turn, it would just zip around real quick. But if you're down close to things, you couldn't trust it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I haven't had a chance to try it since I fixed it all. So
Paul, can't you, and I think I've seen them out there before. I don't know what you want to call them, like almost like stick extensions where it actually makes your sticks longer.
well, you can make these longer here by just turning them
And
make
screwing them, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think in some of them, like I think like on my smart controller, I can't do that. I don't
No.
think.
Good evening, Steve Carpenter is in the chat. SC aerials.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe I can. Nope. But when you have that longer stick, you know, you have that more controlled cinematic movement.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, Paul, are you a thumber or are you a finger guy?
Huh?
Are you a thumber or a finger?
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah. I'm a thumber.
I'm a thumber too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried the finger, you know, the pinch method. I just can't do it. I can't get the smooth, you know, controlled movement that I can with just using my thumbs.
Yeah.
So each of its own. Everybody has their own taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Steve.
Marie asked you a question, Paul.
Yep. Well, I see that. Yeah. That. So hopefully the government's going to send me $240 back.
Don't have to
Yeah.
do license stickers and get money back.
Well, since you paid for since March 2020, any money you spend on license plates for stickers and stuff, you get it back.
Stickers for the annual stickers.
But you know, because you pay $120 a year. Okay, so we got 2 years because mine's good till July 22 this year. But so I should get 2 years back, which is $240. Yeah, $240. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. But they haven't said what's going to happen when you buy a vehicle. Do you have to buy the license plates or what? I don't know. They're just going to do away with the stickers altogether. But see, they're saying you still have to renew every year, but it's just not going to cost you. So they're going to still do stickers. Because see, the reason they want you to come in, because this way they can check to make sure you got valid insurance, right?
Yeah.
Now that can be every year or every 2 years, because right now you can buy a sticker for 2 years, right?
Right.
So I don't know how that's going to work out. So
Well, never trust your government. That's what I say.
yeah,
They don't do something without something else in mind.
yeah.
Yeah, themselves.
Yep.
Did I say that? Think out loud again.
We used to have to do an e-test too on the vehicles at one time there for the longest time, but they dropped it too now. Well, because most vehicles now come with pollution control in the vehicle, so they just said, well, it was not really necessary. And if the vehicle was over 20 or 25 years, was classified as a vintage vehicle, well, you didn't have to do an e-test on it, you know. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. Steve
Yeah.
said you have to send him a bill, Paul.
yeah, send them a bill there. Yeah, personally, I'd seen that. I can't send that to no. That's got to go to Rob Ford.
Yeah. Well, Marie says that it much more as she has a farm licenses on hers.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny, speaking of farms, when I first started coming out this way out west, and I think South Dakota still does it, where once you reach a certain age, you have to take your driver's test like every so many years, like 1 or 2 years or whatever, to make sure you're proficient. And this one rancher that we were hunting on his land, his dad apparently could not pass the test. So we're sitting there one day, we're shooting prairie dogs, and the rancher actually approached us, my buddy and I, and he was chatting with us, and he turned around and he goes, "Oh shit, there goes Dad again." I'm like, "We talking about?" He goes, "Well, he couldn't pass his driver's test, and he likes to go in and have coffee with the boys every day. And he's, you know, he can't drive a car, so there isn't no license to drive a tractor. Though, so he takes the tractor into town."
Drive
Yeah,
the tractor in town. Good for
yeah.
him. It's always a way around it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The these are the little loom cubes. I'm charging them up. They go on each side of the drone.
Yeah.
What's the name of that program? Paul Hodges said that changes your background.
NVIDIA broadcast, but you got to have their card in your NVIDIA card, like a GeForce
Oh.
Experience. It's called NVIDIA. Because see, I've got an 8 gig video NVIDIA video card, right?
Oh, okay. Oh, it's kind of cool that you're sharp and focused, but your background is all
Yeah,
blurred
yeah.
out.
I can blur it even more if I wanted to. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks pretty neat.
I just playing. Yeah.
No, I just like to have my voice
I
in the
can
background.
blur my background too.
Yeah.
Just right over there next to the stop video, you get the up arrow. You can go to blur background right there.
Oh,
Uh,
hey.
And that's just part of Zoom.
wow. Yeah.
So I'm moving around there. It's keeping me in focus.
What do you hit on that, Paul? Your video?
You see that right down at the bottom, it says stop video.
Yeah.
There's a little up arrow right next to it. You click
Right.
on that, and then you click on virtual background, select the background.
Virtual background.
Yep, click on that, and it's got all those virtual backgrounds there, and you can add your own if you want to. it says
Okay,
none.
background and fill all blur.
Yep,
Download smart virtual background package. It asked me to do.
and you can either blur it, or if you don't, like I put that there, okay? Or I can
Right.
put that there, or I can put that there, or I can put that there, and I can put that there. But and when I go back there, what I can do is just click on the first box, which says none, and it just takes it back off again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I did the video filters, video virtual
Yeah.
background
Yep,
blur.
you're blurred.
I did do the blur. Okay. Studio effects. What's that do? Mustache and beard.
Where is? Oh, apps. Okay, let's go down to. Okay.
Yeah, I'll screen share and show you my selections that I can do, backgrounds and filters.
Yeah, I
Okay,
select that. I downloaded whatever it asked me to download, but it doesn't give me any selections other than blur.
oh, really? So see,
Yeah.
now I have that one. I have that one. I have that one. This one that actually scintillates is the Northern Lights. Then I have this one. And then I have this one.
Real backgrounds. Add image.
Yeah, you can add stuff. I have this one if you got me in my luxury home.
Hmm.
Here's out of my porch. That isn't my porch, but it's just a picture that I put in. And then, Your Honor, here we go,
Wow.
But you can add effects. None.
My seat's flying through the air.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's when I was doing that tugboat.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that blur effect though.
Yeah. Well, it highlights whoever's on camera,
Right.
Oh, here comes
Here
Steve.
comes Steve. Hey, Mr. Steve.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Good. How are you doing? How's California?
Good. We had rain here yesterday.
Good. That's kind of an unusual aspect, right?
Yeah, and one storm that came through, we got almost an inch in about 15 minutes, and then it stopped, and then we had a couple of good downpours again during the night.
Hmm.
But right now it's beautiful because I was looking over at the Huntington Beach cam, and you can see Catalina Island clear as could be, and the clouds are just sitting out over the horizon.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Let's see, I can share here with you and show it to you.
Okay, okay. Well, let me see if I go to.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You can see it.
See the cargo ships out there in Catalina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
I've
you,
got the live pier cam, and Paul's got the live Florida restaurant booze cam down there.
yes, and Paul's committing suicide in the sun right there.
Yep, yep. Sitting on the railway track waiting
On
for
the
a
railway
train.
tracks.
Waiting to get run over. Yeah.
That's what this is. This is virtual background, Ron,
Good.
from a photo I took with my drone. Just put it in and you pick the picture, and
I go to stop video, choose virtual background, but it's not giving me any selections.
Go to virtual background. Yeah.
Well,
Background photos.
Paul, he may not have you don't have the paid version, so I don't think I've got it either. If I go to here to the video virtual background, I don't get anything either. It says
But
none or blur.
Can you add? You can add photos though, right?
I think you go down to studio effects, and I think no, that's not it. There was
it's in
something.
the initial setup.
Yeah, I think so. General.
You probably have to have the paid version, Ron.
Yeah, yeah. I
'Cause
think so.
it cost me like, I don't know, $14 a month or something to have the
Yeah.
paid version, which allows me to have up to 100 people on here. But can you imagine trying to moderate 100 people on it?
Oh. Yeah, you could.
Oh,
You
do
get,
it now and get it over with quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
You get 10 people on there, it gets chaotic because everybody wants to talk over everybody else, right? So
yeah.
Yeah.
it's okay if you got one person talking, everybody else listening or whatever, like a lesson or lecture or something like that. But
I do like your thing here, Paul Murray. It's I've been on some live streams where there's been 4, 5, 6 people and people just talk over top of each other. But I like the people here that, you know, everybody waits their turn and,
Yep.
you know, is respectful.
Wait for somebody to finish their thought, you know?
Right. Exactly.
What do you want?
iCloud photos.
It's bugging me. Be right back, guys.
You're freezing your butt off, Ron.
Oh, dude. It's just wrong. I'm gonna bitch slap Mother Nature right in the kisser.
I looked at the my weather app, and it goes out 72 hours of watching the radar build across, and it was heading for Colorado up and over, and then it was going on towards the northern part of Texas, headed straight for Lloyd, the storm that we had going through yesterday and early this morning. And I know he's been complaining about the drop in temperature because it was almost 80 degrees for him there, and then it was dropping down to 32.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Johnny Drone Flyer texted me this morning. He's like, Ron, what's your current temperature out there? And I'm like, well, right now it's 17 below.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
I couldn't function very well at 17 below.
Well, we're a little cool. Oh,
Oh.
I can't get it with the
virtual.
virtual screen.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I can get it at the right point there.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Nope.
can't see it.
That's 53 degrees,
Yeah.
and the frost warning coming in tonight.
Gonna be a bit frosty, huh?
Well, not compared to Ron. It's going to be like Florida. It'll be like Florida weather.
Like I said, my ice cube tray was out there less than an hour. They're done. I emptied them out into a little dish, and then I put out new ones.
Yeah, he doesn't have to use his freezer. He just sets them outside.
Yeah. Mm.
What happened to the deer?
I think they're in somebody's barn somewhere.
Hunkered down someplace, maybe tall grass, or got into somebody's barn, back into somebody's barn or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, Christ, I almost shot a cat today. Oh. I went up to Don's house today. I've been watching this place while he's gone.
Mhm.
And I get it. The guy who used to live there is a very good friend of mine, still is. Sold the house to Don. And him and his wife, they had these two calicos. They're two females. Even though they were sisters, they didn't like each other. But for whatever reason, Don adopted, when he moved in, he adopted the mean one.
Mhm.
And she started, Jim and Ruth never really let the cats inside. They're outside barn cats. Well, Jim or Don let the long-haired one in, and she's just getting worse and worse and worse. He don't believe in a litter box, but he wanted that cat to go out. When he wanted her to go outside, it's like, it's time for you to go out. And he's had trouble with her over the last year or so, and she just keeps getting worse. And well, apparently about a week before he left on his trip, he chased her all over the house. And when she don't want to go out, and I'm sorry, you leave an animal inside for 24 hours, they're going somewhere. And he got pretty pissed off. He said, Ron, I had the pellet gun out. I was going to shoot her right in the house. Now, the last night he was there, he woke up on his bedroom floor. She crapped in his bedroom carpet. And Don he's bullheaded. He goes, that was your one and done. No longer permitted in the house. And he told me under no circumstances, you go up there and you're taking care of my place, she is not to come inside.
Mm-hmm.
So I went up there the other day, and she there's a little barn right beside his house, and she's dug a hole where she can get up underneath the barn and get inside. And I think she's okay in there. There's hay and stuff in there, and I think she'll be fine, but she still wants inside. And she came to the door. I stomped my foot down once, and I just yelled no. And she backed off, and she's like, give me that look like you asshole. Well, today, after the last 24, 36 hours of this 15, 20 below, she wanted in bad today. And she was actually at the door when I pulled in today. She's already there. And same thing. I went to stomp my foot down and say no, and she growled at me, and she took a swat at me. And I'm like, that's your one and done. And I go ahead and swat at me again. I lift up my shirt and I pull out something that you're not going to like.
Yeah.
So,
or it could be Phil Gold time.
Yeah.
With your boot.
That was one of the two.
Hello, Chuck.
Overrated. Hello, Steve.
How are you?
I'm well, man. I think my NAS is taking shape. I've been slowly building my empire on there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's working. It's pretty easy to use.
Yeah, it is.
I wished
And you
I'd
can
done
set it up on all your computers real easy with the backup software, and away you go.
I'm doing it all manual because, like, primarily it's for photos and video, and then just important, like, personal data.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it'll work well. Much better than having a 8 terabyte hard drive go, or 6 terabyte hard drive go tits up on you.
Yeah.
I sent it out to another. Well, I took it to another place, and they sent it out to a professional, and yeah, no dice. Gone. Data gone.
And it's expensive if you have them to extract, recover up a hard drive. It's expensive.
It wasn't that bad. It could have been worse, but they said if it doesn't work, they refund me, so I'm getting all my money back. But,
Oh, okay.
But it was gonna be it was less than $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
But it's stupid because anybody in the chat, you guys, if don't be like me. If you guys don't have an NAS or something like that, just get one. Don't be stupid, because it's not a matter of if.
It's when. Being around computers all my life and building them and learning from the days of DOS, it's your drive is going to crash. The question is when. So
You
it's
don't know
called
when.
backup. Your drive is going to crash.
Yeah. So
And that's why, like with the laptops, I've got actually 2 laptops and plus my desktop, and then we've got the media server. I have those backing up automatically. So in the middle of the night, they go on and they just back up and does an updated copy to it. That if it ever crashes, I can restore the image back
Right.
onto the.
Oh, you're doing an image backup.
Well, I'm doing progressive backup. I did an original image of it. I have that on a drive.
Okay.
With every computer I have it imaged, so I can restore it.
So you can bring the whole OS back and everything. Basically,
Yeah, I
the
keep that on the
structure you
thumb
can bring
drive
back.
with my stuff, and it's in there, and it's written on the thumb drive and the date and everything. But then on the NAS, it's doing an update of all the files, whatever is on there. So, because I use a software called SugarSync, kind of like
SugarSync.
OneDrive, but they were around long before that. And I
SugarSync
can.
works with your NAS though. SugarSync works with the NAS.
It will, well, what it is it goes over and it backs everything up. So everything that's on the computer is backed up. But what happens is if I'm on one computer and I pull up files and I change it, the next time I turn on the next computer, SugarSync has already got that backed up.
Oh, that's like a thing called my IT guy, IT person, used to recommend SyncToy.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
SyncToy worked really great because it's like a one-way thing. It would it would bring everything over. Aw.
Oh,
He
I
just
don't
got
want
his hair.
one, but it's
He
cute,
got
but I
his
want
hair
one.
cut today. So
I was going to say, boy, somebody got a butch job
yep. He just got a haircut today.
and said, Daddy,
Yeah.
it's cold outside. What did you do this for?
Mm.
Yeah, and it up to 5 devices. Well, you can have on the paid version, you can have more than that, and it runs through, and no matter which file I'm working on, it puts it up, and then I've got that emulated. So my desktop is emulated on this one, and this one.
Yeah.
So no matter where I'm at, the moment I turn it on and I connect up to the network, it's going to back up every file that was sent up off the latest.
Well, we're like I said, you're way ahead of me, Steve. You got it done. You're keeping up. Me, I'm just catching up. But what's this, Louis? Louis?
Hello, Louis.
Hello.
That's Louis P. Yep.
Yep.
Hello. Is P stand for pink?
It's that Paul.
I thought it was
Louis
like P,
Paul.
like Pink Floyd. You know, Pink Floyd. No.
Louis
Hello,
Pink Floyd,
hello,
yeah.
hello. Is there
Hello.
anybody in there?
Home.
No. Okay, I tried.
Yeah, but you can check it out. You can get a free version with I forget how many megabytes you can do. You can try it out and see if it's something you want to do, and then you pay for the full service. It's called
Yeah.
sugarsync.com.
Well, I'm already using the Google all-in-one or whatever.
Mhm.
I beefed up my Google Drive storage for my cloud stuff, but that's basically because the phone can dump everything to it. And that way
I don't let Google, I don't let Microsoft, I don't let any of them have any of my information. Mine's on my own drive. And the thing
Yeah,
that's
I'm sure
nice about it with the paid version
Yeah.
is you can share a link publicly or privately. And when you send it out privately, then everybody's got to sign up. And if you do it the private way, you'll know that everybody's accessed, and you'll know when they access that folder when you're sharing it.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google and Microsoft are a little dicey.
Yeah.
Oh,
But the stuff that's on there is the same. They're the same pictures that find their way on
Mhm.
Facebook. They find their way on YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing out there that I really give a crap about. But I don't know.
Paul, you almost look like a George Carlin with that blackout screen and the black and white there sitting back. I'm thinking
Look at him.
you were my mind when you went like this. It was like George George Carlin.
Yeah.
I want to eat this salad so bad. Paul, you're running overtime tonight, man. What's
Yeah,
up?
we're running a little long. Yeah.
Holy
Wow.
fuck, yep.
Gives
You go.
everybody a chance to partake.
Partake
Partake.
or partay?
Yeah. Partake. Yeah.
So, anybody else heard anything about while I was gone, grabbing Lori and rescuing her from work?
You were
Anybody heard about-
grabbing Lori. You don't. Did you take pictures?
No, about the Mini 2 and the RC Pro. Anybody heard anything new, or is it just
No.
a nasty rumor?
Steve, you haven't heard that there's a Mini 3 out or anything, have you? No.
There was rumor that there was a miscommunication. There's a rumor that possibly the Mini 2 will work with the RC Pro, like really
Well,
soon.
The new controller I know out, the specs are on it. That's available because I get those notifications from the FCC.
Called
Yeah, he's got
fingerprints.
it, but
Yeah.
it doesn't run his Mini 2.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
There
little
was some
little
discussion-
dude's waiting
There was
for
some discussion that it should it was that there was an update that allowed him to use the new controller with the Mini 2, and then he'd be happy he could use it with all of his drones.
Yeah, then the Mavic 3 and the Mini 2 will be in the same backpack with my RC Pro, and I can pack compactly and have all my stuff. And if it's a risky shot and I want to put the Mavic 3 at risk, I'll throw the cheapy little Mini 2 up in the air and get the shots. And if it goes swimming or something,
Yeah.
you know, I know it sounds terrible, but really, it is dirt cheap, man. The Mini 2 is just dirt.
Well, I wonder why
disposable.
DJI is coming out with this brand new controller then.
Oh yeah, what is up with that thing?
Okay,
Nice.
just sure it doesn't speak for me.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what is up with this new controller? It looks bigger than the RC Pro.
Yeah.
And
And I don't know.
clunkier.
I mean, I just glanced at the information.
Enterprise?
Yeah, it's
Uh-oh.
an Enterprise or
Mad
something.
at me.
Well,
I think it's the Enterprise version. Yeah.
Well, Paul, I heard that they lifted Trudeau came out on. I saw when he came out on TV and lifted the emergency order.
Well, it was funny because Ontario did the same thing, same time. I think they're going to get their hands slapped. Because what I heard, now, I don't know how true it is, okay? But I'll just throw it out there. But I heard that the Senate was not going to approve his
Yep.
thing. So if the Senate turned it down, then everything has to backtrack. Everybody gets their money back. Everybody, no charges, no nothing. But if he cancels the emergency, he just cuts it short because we don't need it anymore. People still stay in jail and the court cases go through and they still get to keep people's money. And
And the other thing is then it automatically goes into a vote of no confidence, I'm told.
well,
Voted
that
no
would have,
confidence.
yeah, well, see, that's why the NDP stuck with Trudeau because they don't want an election right now.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's why they voted, because if he got defeated the other night, that would have been a vote of no confidence,
Mhm.
and that would have triggered an election.
Right.
So
And he knew that it was supposedly, I'm hearing he knew that the Senate was not going to pass it.
Yep.
And so he's trying to do now, in my opinion, is save face.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's trying to save face right now.
But how can you save face when the entire world's against you? You know?
What
Well,
politician doesn't have the world against
he's
you?
got the brainwashed sheep over there that follow him.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's saving face with them, not against the people who really know or do their research.
But the funny thing is that a couple towns over from Ottawa, the truckers are all right there right now. They're regrouping right now. So I don't know what's going to happen because they said yesterday they're not going to lift the emergency thing because there's a possibility they might come back. Then all of a sudden he drops it today, and Ontario did the same thing today. Like, what's going on? There's something screwy here.
Yeah.
Because one is federal and the other one's provincial. and they both drop it the same day.
Mhm.
Something wrong here. But see, the provincial one, there's an election coming up in June, right? So I don't know.
All politics.
Politics are a waste of
Well,
time.
it's
Waste
hard to
of-
get time.
waste
Yeah.
of time.
Yep.
Because nobody's ever gonna agree with you except, well, the people that agree with you.
Well,
Most people are gonna
it,
disagree, and then you're gonna.
it's throughout history. If when you get too much authority over other people, it goes to your head and you keep getting worse. And so that's what's happening. You got people that have the authority that they're not going to let go without a wrestle.
Bomber. It's
Hey,
worldwide
Paul,
too.
here's a ship for you, Paul.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, look at
Wow.
that. He's got a heliport and everything. Is that an oil tanker or what?
Well, it says the floating storage and offloading unit.
Yep, storage. Yep.
The heliport's where you're gonna land your drone, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
What-
go there and land it and then take off again.
That'd be awesome.
Look at the size of the hoses that are on the reels on the back
But
there.
yeah, it's just huge, eh?
Man.
Uh.
Yeah. Steve, how's stuff in California?
We had rain yesterday,
Really?
and I may put my drone up here. It's looking to be a nice sunset, maybe.
Ooh. That's right. You're 3 hours behind us.
That's
On the
right.
East Coast here, yeah, because it's 5:06 where you are.
Well, let's see if I can. The camera's out of the shot. I'll show the shot, but you can see the sun coming through here off Huntington Beach Pier again.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
getting low. Look at the long shadows.
Yep.
Nice.
Catalina Island sitting out there,
God, I haven't seen that
And-
stuff in so long.
and ships waiting to get into LA Harbor. there, and there.
Oh wow, yeah, I see them now. So yeah,
The way the
go bust-
light is, it's awful hard to see them because it's tucked right there, hidden
have-
kind of by the island.
You have just enough clouds off to the west. It should be a really awesome sunset. It looks like
Yeah.
it looks like it. Look how it's setting itself up to be really cool with that.
Can you see my mouse moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, right out here, if it was clear enough, but right there would be San Clemente Island. And I don't see it there in the clouds because the clouds, I think, are covering it up. It's 50 miles offshore.
Yeah. Well, the curvature of the earth doesn't help either.
Yeah. But some days you
How far
can.
is whatchamacallit from there, Steve, from the
Catalina,
Catalina from the mainland?
from right about here, it's about, I want to
30.
say 30 about 29, 30 miles from here. It's
Yeah.
34 miles from us, but Long Beach, it's 28 miles.
Is that an orange lens flare halfway out the pier on the left, or is that something in the water?
That's a
Yeah.
pavilion. That's a pavilion.
No,
there.
no, down.
No,
come in.
closer to the
Yeah, I
lamppost,
see that,
right?
yeah.
Top of
Oh,
the
here,
lamppost,
this
yeah.
is a flare off the.
Yeah, it's a lens flare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember, Steve, the first time I flew out there, that's the first time pilot ever looked at me and said, "You need to put your life vest on." I'm like, "What?" I'd never flown over a long body of water like that.
Yeah. Anytime you're out there, you're on it.
Yeah.
That's for
Carried away.
sure.
Carried away. Yeah. Well, make sure your drone's all charged up and ready to go, mister. When is sunset now? About 6? Give or take?
I didn't even look.
I haven't looked because usually, like, we're gonna get, well, tonight's just kind of crappy. It's like spitting snow, but I guess tomorrow night into Friday night, we're gonna get about a foot of the stuff, maybe.
Now, California, does you spring forward out there into daylight
Yeah,
saving?
they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
but
That's,
not,
that's on March the 13th.
correct.
Oh, looky.
Messy dog.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Look at-
Oh, great. And come into the white carpet.
541 here.
5:41. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you got to get moving soon because you're gonna be right. You got about a half hour maybe.
Uncle Bill's Toys. Hey, Bill, how's it going? How's things?
Hey, Uncle
Bill
Bill.
around? There's Bill. Hey, Bill.
Bill's in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Florida. Mickey Mouse State.
Well, so am I.
Yeah.
The original Mickey Mouse.
The
thing.
original.
The
Mickey.
original compact for travel Mickey Mouse State.
Yep.
I remember I went to Disney World a whole bunch of times as a kid because I was spoiled rotten. Then Lori and I traveled out to California and we had to see Disneyland because nobody else in my family had ever been to Disneyland. So I was like, we have to go. I'm like, Lori, we have to go because it's like bragging rights. We have to go. And everybody's like, well, you're going to be really disappointed because it's so much smaller. It's just the Magic Kingdom and everything. Really? So, yeah, it was tiny, but you know what's cool about it? You could, like, Steve, go through the whole place in like a day.
Yeah.
Steve, here is the female pilot I flew out to Catalina Island with. The one right in the middle.
The
Mhm.
one with her hand on your leg?
That'd be the same one.
That's why he's smiling.
Looks like she's gonna shoot it right up the leg of your shorts.
That's okay. Yeah, I love them California girls. Mm-mm-mm.
Wow.
Boy, she is. Blonde hair,
Oh,
smile
yeah.
as can be.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed.
And Ron decided to leave that all behind.
I know, stupid.
Why?
Yeah, I've done
Yeah.
dumber, smarter
fir-
things in my life.
The first time my friend flew out there in his plane, he flew 2 go-arounds.
Mm.
Very deceptive because the way the runway sits as it goes off to the edge and it just drops off.
Steve, did you see my my dog watching the football game?
No.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, the one with the girl on the couch? Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Chuck never even saw the dog.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah, we got him in trouble for that.
Yeah, he's in trouble with Lori.
Hello, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
I was trying to eat my salad, so I turned the camera off, and then you guys had to go, and I'm sure Lori's downstairs watching this, so you had to go and tell her, huh?
What are friends for, Chuck?
Yeah,
I was
we're
just
just
kidding
taking care of
around.
you, Chuck.
I was just kidding around.
I think she knows you better.
Mhm.
I'm buying an airplane, but I don't look like that. What kind of plane you buying?
Brokenecks thinks that
Brokenecks,
the
yeah.
blonde comes with the airplane there, Ron.
Oh, is that what it
Oh.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a helicopter pilot, though, right, Ron?
She was.
Yeah.
She ended up being pilot of the year one year. She was good.
Did
Yeah.
did you get a sash and everything when she went across stage or what?
I don't think so, but I would have given her one.
In the go-go 90s, you like the boys, too. Look at Justin. Talk about causing trouble.
She could have worn just a sash. I would have been happy with that.
Yeah.
Minus the flight suit, you know.
Yeah, you gotta leave some stuff to the imagination.
She was a sweetie, though. Good gal.
Justin,
Yeah. He's a character.
he's helping you out, Chuck.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah, I swear we didn't tell her about Miss Legs, Chuck.
Yeah.
What up, Justin? We
Lori
know
knows.
upstairs.
Lori knows I'm a leg guy. She knows it. She's always known that. That's how it goes.
Kit Fox STI. I don't know.
They're not affected by gravity like other things.
Brokenecks put a description in there. A Kit Fox STI. Is that an FPV?
I don't. Sounds like it. But I've never heard of it.
Say that again, Paul.
Kit Fox STI.
That is a plane. That's a fixed wing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a real deal.
Yeah, I flew in a Kit Fox in Reno, or not Reno, Elko, Nevada. It's a kind of like a kit. You can build it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kit Fox.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, Ron went back out to his, to the workout place there in town, and he ended up having to save a trooper.
Yeah, caught yesterday. Got a get out of jail free card, I hope.
What
Hope
happened?
so.
We met for the first time, and he, nice guy.
They were both doing their workout routines.
And he went to walk outside, and I just happened to look out the window 2 minutes later, and he's laying out in the parking lot. Like, oh shit. I went out there and helped him up, got him in, all but lifted him inside and got him in there, and he called his wife, and he boogered up his knee pretty bad.
Uh-huh.
And
He was laying on the ground, Steve, what was the temperature?
about 10, 15 below.
Burr.
In his workout shorts.
Yeah.
Oh, my
He had
goodness.
shorts on, knucklehead. He's like, well, I guess I ain't gonna make it to work today. I'm like, what do you do? He goes, I'm a cop here. I'm like, oh, is that right? That's that little town that it's about 10 miles from me. They just are ball busters about
Speed.
yeah. Here's a picture you'll get a kick out of. This is my old partner in Elko. She had a nice sense of humor, but she used to wear this shirt to work.
Nice.
Take care of your rank.
Another thing is I like is she's got the breast care ribbons on the rack too.
Yeah.
Oh, the pink ribbons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's October.
She was
October
cool.
Is the pink ribbon month.
Oh, he says he doesn't have Brokeneck says he doesn't have 180K for his father-in-law's Super Cub, so I'm spending 120K less for an experimental.
Yeah.
Experimental.
I wish I had my magazine here. I don't. I cleaned off my desk here, getting ready to get some stuff moved around. A friend of mine is a pilot. In fact, he had his pilot's license before he had his driver's license.
Yeah.
And he's rebuilt a lot. And, on Vintage Magazine, he was on the front cover for a couple of planes, a couple times that he's rebuilt from scratch. You know, himself, he's got a barn where they live up in Sonoma, California. And he flies up there for a guy with some biplanes and some other stump planes, and they take people out for rides.
Oh boy.
And I'm drawing a blank on the last. A Howard is what he has. They were originally used a lot for the military as like carrying supplies into areas, like especially up in Alaska and other places. But he put a bigger engine in it, and it's just gorgeous. I mean, it looks like it rolled off the showroom floor.
Here you go, Paul. Here's a Kit Fox. This is actually, I think, the second video I've ever put on YouTube. Oh, hold on, let me stop sharing. Make sure I do the right. Click those buttons.
Make sure you get the 2 boxes at the bottom.
Yep. There we go. I'll just play the first minute of it, but
Ooh, Top Gun.
yep.
Is Paul gonna
It
get
shows
copyright
it's
strike
Kit
for that?
Fox. This guy, he had a hangar right next to my work, and I went out flying with him one morning after work, and all I had to worry about was the photography.
I feel a copyright claim coming,
Yeah.
Paul.
I don't,
Okay.
but thanks. As long
Well,
as
too
you
late.
don't, as long as you don't play it really.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 seconds.
That was the helicopter I used to fly in Elko. The Gusta 109. That was the 119. That's the Ruby Mountains, Elko, Nevada.
Yeah, you might want to mute it.
Yep.
You make me want to watch Top Gun now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Sorry about that, Paul.
That's okay.
I love that movie.
We used to hike up in these mountains. So that's the Ruby Mountains. We used to hike up there. And beautiful,
Beautiful.
beautiful country.
It is.
Wow.
Bunch of wild horses, and we're out flying one day.
Wild horses and wild women, huh?
A
Nice.
little bit of both. Plane was very small. Yeah.
Who is that guy?
He was just a friend of mine. That's the Kit Fox right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a kit box.
That's
He
the
looks
Kit Fox.
familiar. Does he have a YouTube channel?
I don't
Nice.
believe so. His name's Jay Stewart. Super nice guy. I said he was just a local guy that had a hangar, and I asked him one day, I said, if you ever go out on a Sunday morning, and you know, he used to go out, he could go out and run that thing for $10, $15, you know,
Uh-huh.
for an hour's worth of flying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a neat little plane though.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
But anyway, that's a Kit Fox.
Cool. I'll stick with me drones. Cheaper. And flight sim. Flight sim's okay. Holy crap, it's already 22 minutes past 8. Where's the time going?
Well, you've spent a lot of time in different aircraft, Ron.
Yeah, I've flown in probably a dozen different helicopters. One, two, probably only 2, 3 different fixed wing. Quite a few helicopters though.
But
That Augusta was cool. That the 109 was. Remember the show Airwolf?
Yep.
Yes.
That's the same helicopter that was displayed in Airwolf. No, I'm sorry. That was the Bell 222 or the 230. I've flown in both of them. They're all 3 of them were fast.
Did you
That
guys
that Augusta 109 would do about 170 knots, which is well in excess of 200 mile an hour. It would boogie. And we
Boogie
needed
down.
that in Nevada, you know, going out to some of those scene calls. We would leave our base. Sometimes it would take us an hour, 15 minutes to get to an accident. That's flying 170, 180 mile an hour.
you guys like Airwolf?
Yeah.
Here, let me show you something. And this is not going to get anybody a copyright claim or anything. It's already been tested. How do I
Just
share it?
didn't-
How do I
We just
share
didn't
it?
hover out of a mountain.
Like I gotta click share sound, optimize for video clip,
Right.
and share, right? You guys can you see it? Alright, this is a quickie, it's only like a couple minutes. saw the FPV drone, but of course with the Airwolf theme.
Yeah.
Really, I think it's really well done.
Oh yeah.
Really nice.
This is Keith at the K-Spot. This guy, he's super into cinematography and graphics and everything.
Oh wow.
It's all from Thailand. Everything here is from Thailand.
Wow. Yeah, you better mute it so he doesn't get nailed.
No, it's not. It's copyright. It's legit. It's okay. It just sounds like it, but it's seriously legit.
Like his transitions.
Yeah, he's very particular about stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, well done.
Yeah,
I think so. That's Keith at the K-Spot. And anybody who's interested is he lives in a screensaver. Lucky bastard. How do we stop the share right here? Yeah. He lives in a screensaver. So that's all the DJI FPV drone. He's really into flying that thing. And Airwolf. That's why I thought you guys would get a kick out of that, because I remember watching Airwolf. That was like, we all watched Airwolf.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, supposedly the music's legit, though. Seriously, because
okay.
Keith's had it on his channel for a long time, and no claim, no strike, no nothing. He just
Yeah. Cool. Well, Paul, I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's 8:30. So
Hey, Paul, there's with my lights mounted on my.
Oh, you're
yeah,
ready to go.
Oh, you're ready to go. So you haven't heard back from Skip yet,
No,
though, eh?
I tried to call him back and no answer, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting to be a night. I got to go to bed in about an hour because I got to get up and go to work in the morning. So, well, I
Well,
got to get up and find out if I'm going to work. That's
There you go.
You guys
the
gonna get
worst
any
thing about it. I don't know about it until the last minute.
You guys gonna get any snow?
Oh, that sucks.
Well, we're supposed to get it snow tomorrow night.
Yeah, us too.
Yeah.
About a foot, I think.
They're only calling for about 4 inches here.
I'm thinking if we get a foot of snow and it finishes up Friday night, then maybe Lori and I can go snowshoeing on Saturday. That might be kind of cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
imagine I'll be working in the morning. So,
You and Lori do those adventuring stuff.
We like to get out and do stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
nothing
We
crazy.
could get enough snow to do that.
we
Wow.
haven't had much luck
Brook Nick,
either, Ron. We need to go a little further north.
Yeah.
Not far, 40 minutes north, and we could be in the midst of everything, because that's where all that lake effect comes down, where they get like.
We're getting the cold. We're just not getting the precip. That's worrisome.
Yeah,
Well,
I was looking
but
at the
it-
snowpack.
But it's funny, north of you there, Ron, they up in the prairies, they're really happy this year with the amount of snow they got because it should really help with the drought,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the mountains are pretty good. But right here, like right now, we're I don't know, 3 inches maybe on the ground at the most.
oh, yeah, no.
And
Oh,
that's
is that your-
we just
Because I
getting
know
little bits
this-
like that all winter.
That's your Mavic 2?
Yeah.
I know the
Yeah,
snowpack for the Colorado Valley for
Right.
feeding Powell and Mead. It's flat. The last reports came in. It's absolutely flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It,
cool.
They should be rising right now.
Yeah. Too bad. Anyways, guys, I'm
There
going to
you
take
go,
off.
that's bright.
All right, Paul.
Yeah.
Good night,
Nice
Paul.
evening.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go. That's nice and bright.
Well,
That's
yep,
pretty
they-
bright.
that's just one. There's 2 of them.
But
They're
Oh, cool.
back.
can you point them down, Paul?
Yeah, you can adjust them to however you want them.
Okay.
Has anybody
okay.
seen Dave Ennis around, by the way?
He just-
a few days ago.
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
We all
he
worry
moved, eh?
about them, but
Did he get
Well,
transitioned yet over to the?
No,
Yeah, didn't he? Not yet? Oh, thought he
not
did.
yet.
Oh,
Miss
okay,
Dave.
cool.
That's
Okay,
a
guys,
Aquaman.
have a good one. I forgot. I
Okay,
got
Paul.
I
I
gotta
see you,
charge-
Paul.
yeah,
Bye,
I got to
Paul.
charge batteries because I got to fly tomorrow. So, okay,
Charge
catch
him
you
up.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Here.
Bye.
Let's look at what Brooknick was writing. He was saying about, I have 2 remote bush Alaskan cabins that I can't drive to. One's a duck cabin up on the ocean that you can get to by plane or boat, and the other one is inland, so it's by plane only.
Crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, this flight that I'm doing in August is kind of a little bit different this time. I'm actually flying up to Anchorage and then working my way back down to Juneau, Wrangell, and then Petersburg.
So if you guys had never
Wow.
been to Alaska and had to pick like one centralized, maybe a spot where you could spend about a week and explore and then come home, where would you go?
Up to
Anywhere.
Anchorage.
Anchorage.
Yeah.
Just asking for a
Yeah.
friend.
I've been to asking for a friend. I've been to Anchorage, and then we were over on one of the islands, like Kodiak. We flew into a fishing camp there.
Mm. Oh,
This is-
yeah.
I was
I'll take
real
that
young.
back. I would go to Kodiak, but I'm trying to remember where you fly to, but then you got to take a private, like a bush plane out. The only way to get to Kodiak Island is either by bush plane or by boat.
Mhm.
And that's where they have, what's the name of those falls, Steve?
Oh, I know what you're
Um,
talking about, and I can't.
But yeah, it's Chuck, it's like nothing you'll ever experience again. You get 15, 20, 25 grizzlies out there in the falls catching salmon. It's a photographer's night or not
Dream.
nightmare, but
Wet dream.
wet dream.
Yeah.
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 It sounds like Alaska and the Mavic 3 would be
Oh,
peas and carrots.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was real young when I was there, but I was up there with my dad for a convention, and then we flew out of Anchorage, and little did I know it was on a float plane.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was on a float plane. And we're coming down. I'm going, Dad, we're going to land. We're going to crash in the water. And my dad and everybody around us is laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And came in, drive up on shore, turn around, and everybody out. And when you were in the cabins up there, when they said lights out, it's lights out. That generator system went down.
Poof.
Anywhere you go up there, Chuck, I mean, you will not be disappointed. I fly into Petersburg. This will be my 3rd trip, but we fish down. You ever see that? Remember that show, Port Protection, Life Below Zero? It was on National Geographic.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know whether it still plays on. I remember seeing it a year or two ago. But we're half a mile down the bay from there. And yeah, it's phenomenal.
I just know that we went through all this trouble to get over to the UK, and we have never been up there to Alaska. And I know it's like, I've seen videos and stuff. It's epic. It's epic. And
Especially Denali Park is gorgeous.
oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is-
Denali
this is
National
stuff-
Park. can't
I
fly
heard it
there.
rains all the time though. Alaska's a super wet state, right? It's like Scotland
Well,
in that regard.
different
Super wet.
parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I'm at, I'm actually in the southern part of Prince of Wales Island. I'm considered a national or a tropical rainforest. Oh.
So how would
Um,
August be? Like late August?
Yeah, we go late August, early September for the salmon run, and then I'll tell you what. Matter of fact, I think I was talking to Paul about that this morning. We're out there in a boat, and I ain't kidding you, 7,500 times a day, you get whales breaching beside you.
Crazy.
It's phenomenal. And I just explained to somebody the other day, the most peaceful evening, day, moment, whatever you want to call it, in my life. I was in Hawaii about 3 years ago, and I was on a whale watching tour, and they had biologists on board the boat, and they stuck these underground microphones under the water. and you could hear the humpback whales, because the humpbacks migrate to the Hawaiian Islands during the winter months, but they have this thing called singing. They sing back and forth. It's the males trying to attract the females.
Yeah, trying to get
And
laid.
it's a noise and a sound you remember. And when I was up in Alaska last trip, every evening dinner was at 6 o'clock at the lodge. So we'd bring the boats in, we'd dock, and I would run upstairs, gather my camera gear, run downstairs, gobble my dinner, run back upstairs, grab my camera gear in a Pelican box. I ship my Pelican box up about a month before I go up there. And that's my protection for my camera gear because it floats and it's waterproof. And what I would do every evening, I would gobble my dinner down as quick as I could, run back to the dock, and then I would get one of the deckhands to run me out into the middle of the bay. And there's a big rock out there. And I would sit on that rock till dark. And they would come out at dark and pick me up. But the one night I'm sitting there, Chuck, it was, the one deckhand took me out and he goes, "Ron, you sure you really want to go out?" Because it was foggy as hell. I'm like, "Yeah, take me out." I get out there. I wouldn't sit on that rock 5 minutes. The fog cleared. The wind stopped right after that. You couldn't even hear the water moving. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there like, "What's that sound?" And I'm sitting there like, that sound sounds familiar. And then I realized what it was. It was the whales singing back and forth. And all of a sudden, they started to surface. And that's when I started chasing them with the drone. That was cool, dude.
Pretty cool, man.
Cool.
I remember you telling me that story when you came back. You're grinning again from ear to ear.
So as far as filming bears fishing with a drone, you have to keep your distance, obviously.
Well, I take one of these two cameras here. There's a right outside of Petersburg where we go up to Petersburg. I'm going 2 days prior to everybody else. I have seven or eight guys going on this trip, and I go up 2 days before everybody else. I go up, I stay at the hotel, I get the rental car, and I go down to the river. There's about 8 miles down. It's a little dangerous, but you park at this parking lot and you got to walk about a mile back through the woods.
Like John Candy or anything, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got off.
I get down to the river and there's usually a dozen fishermen down there fishing. And it's the evenings are the best, but the bears will come out to the edges of the water and they start coming in. They'll come in right beside the fishermen. And there's so many salmon in the river. But
they don't care about the fishermen. They taste like chicken. They'd rather have fish.
Yep.
Nice. So
but then about a half mile down is where the river comes down. There's a little spot. There's a small hatchery. And I went down there last time. The owner of the hatchery was a super nice guy. And me and two of my buddies, when I got there the next day, I took him down there. And he goes, "Guys," he said, "hey, I'm getting ready to leave." He was running around in his golf cart and he was finishing up for the day. He goes, "Guys, go back behind those skids." He had a stack of skids laying there. He says, "Go back there and just sit." He goes, "Be super quiet. Just go back here and sit." He goes, "I'm leaving." He goes, "Wait 15 minutes. It was 15 minutes on the dot. And 6 of them came out like 30 yards out in front of us. And it was just funny as hell watching them chase all those salmon. They're slipping and falling in the water.
That's awesome.
It was cool as hell.
Well, I keep wondering, like, the zoom camera on the Mavic 3 is getting better with each firmware update. Mm-hmm. So I imagine that'd be a good way to get respectable footage from a fair distance away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you just don't want to be close to that kind of
Question
stuff.
though, Ron, are you in a national park?
Oh,
where I'm at, no.
Good question.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, because that's an automatic fail right there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
a lot of areas in Alaska, you got to look. If you go look at the air map, you need to take a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's now I know you can make arrangements to fly in a national park, but it takes a lot of work, and the thing is they make it so difficult because you have to schedule it like in advance, and you just can't do that. I mean, like if freaking government's so
Where I'm at, I'm
Anyway,
not
but
even
yeah.
close to a national park.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's good stuff right there. If you're,
Yeah.
but you're right, Steve. You have to pay close attention to that. That's a
Because I know some people like Jake Sloan. In fact, he's on right now. He talks about that. That's one of the things he talks about. You got to know where you're going to make sure that you're not in a part of the national park or
yeah,
their
yeah, 'cause-
state parks even. You know.
Yeah, here in New York, and I'm sure California is similar. You can get permission to fly in a New York State park too, but again, there's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
And you have to schedule it. And
Yeah,
the
it's
easiest part is they're like, they told me, oh, you have to be here before 10. You have to finish your flight before 10 a.m.
Mhm.
Okay, that's fine. Then they said, because there aren't a lot of people here yet, and that's when
Mhm.
we want you to do it. I'm like, okay, fine. But the cool thing about New York State is, unlike California, we have winter, so some of the parks close.
Mhm.
So like I flew in a park because it was closed. Even though
Mhm.
people can still get in and wander around, I was like, well, I can fly the drone now because the park's closed. So like, it's closed.
Yeah.
Be it open.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
Chuck, if you ever get the chance, to go up there with a drone, yeah, it's,
No, there won't be just one drone. There'll be.
I'm sure.
You
Bring the
never
whole
travel
fleet.
with just one. You got to have redundancy.
Amen. Well, guys, I got to back on out of here. So
Yeah.
you guys
I'm
take
probably gonna
care.
call tonight myself.
Yeah, I guess I probably ought to jump. Maybe
Take
it's
care, Paul.
Hey,
Thanks for
Steve.
having me in.
Steve, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, and have
Yeah,
fun
good to see you,
flying
Steve.
with
And-
those loom cubes.
Yep, yeah, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try and get a hold of that guy and find out if they're out there or not or what's going on. But it's only 14 degrees here right now, so I don't know.
Steve's got to catch sunset. He's got to
Yeah.
get moving.
Chuck, you ought
Okay.
to bring I'm sorry, Paul.
Go ahead, Ron.
I say, Chuck, you ought to bring Lori out this way. I'd say there's just so many drone friendly areas here. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And that's
we
why
have we have not explored well, I'll call it the east of the west of the United States. We have
Mhm.
not explored that like we need to. And we've concentrated on the coastlines, it seems.
yeah.
And that's not cool. Like
If I ever, I'm gonna think about it this summer, but I'm gonna see if there's interest. I don't know if they're gonna have another Florida drone meetup next spring, and whether people want to, it's kind of hard to ask people to travel, 2 different places in a year's time. But I'll talk to Ray about it this year. But I'm gonna try and get some ideas on how to go about it and how to catch interest. But my goal is, if I would do it, there's a town about half hour from here, and big enough where there's plenty of hotels, and where I would actually like to do the drone meetup would actually be about a 15-mile stretch. And you start at the
Spread
base
them
of the mountain where there's, if you do it in the spring, early summer, the wildflowers, the waterfalls are just, and then as you go up, it just gets better and better. You still have snow-capped mountains. But then when you get to the top, you start down over. And when you get back down to, I don't know, 2,000-3,000 feet, this canyon is like nothing you've ever seen. When you get to you start to the base or the top of the canyon, and there's this big, super multiple S curves. And then you get right down at the bottom, and then there's a pull-off spot, and the walls are minimum of 1,000 foot right alongside you on each side.
wow.
It's badass. And it's really pretty colored rocks and formations, and it's really neat. There's a couple of examples on my YouTube videos, but
I'll have to.
that's where I'd like to. Again, it's just a matter, will I have the interest in people, that want to come out here? I don't know.
Yeah.
Paul's taking a call.
Well, Ron, good to see you, sir. Take care.
Yes, sir. You too,
Chuck, good
Steve.
to see
Chuck.
you. Say hi to
Paul,
Lori.
thank
See
and
you, Steve.
Paul, thank
Yeah.
you again.
Mhm.
He says you're muted, Paul. You're
Okay, we'll see everybody next time.
Okay,
Paul.
bye-bye.
Thanks for
Alright.
coming by, everybody.
Good
Yeah,
night,
thanks for
everybody.
having
Take
us,
care,
Paul.
everybody.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Paul.
Right, good
Bye-bye.
night.
You're on.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Steve.